and welcome to Blood on the Clocktower. I am here. I am not hiding from you today, or maybe I am. Who knows? As the ghost hunter, we will not be sure. House on the Bluff. That is what we're playing. It's a homebrew script brought to you by Scott. I'm going to leave his last name out because I'm not sure if he wants it out there. So, Ghost Hunter here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I will have to rearrange where I am on the screen in a minute, but that's okay. Is you start knowing which half of the circle, top, bottom, left, or right, has the most combined demons, minions, and outsiders. And I am adding an outsider. So if we're adding an outsider, I have a feeling that Scott, our host tonight, is going to put the demon on the opposite side of what I know. He's not going to give me that much information. He's going to make it harder. So I'm hoping he tells me left, because I'm going to aim right. Let's find out after a word from our sponsors. Wait, what?
Just for tonight, you are the happy wife.
Oh, great. Somebody made me mad, huh?
And you have been cooked into the happy wife.
Oh. So do I not get my ghost hunter information then?
You'll get that tomorrow.
Oh.
You'll still get it.
Okay, that's how that works.
You're there.
Okay.
But you get the happy wife, and you see that your partner is Guami.
Okay. Happy wife and partner Guami.
Yep.
I have to read this cook information, I guess.
If a happy wife is in the script, you would get the correct happy wife unless you were, or correct partner as the real happy wife unless you were poisoned.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so if Guami, if there is no happy wife, I'll just get some random person.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I gotcha. Thanks.
That's how I'm playing it, at least.
Well, it's your script.
Yeah. Yep.
You play it how you want. On Blood on the Clocktower.
Okay. So I will not be visiting you for the Ghost Hunter tonight.
Dang it. That's okay. You know what that means? I have to stay alive another day. Another day. And for those of you watching, let me look at the script here and explain it to you. You'll be able to see the script a little more clearly down below. It will move, but you'll get to see it eventually. I'm not sure why the demons are out. I apologize for that. I will try and fix that night 2 when I have more time. Possibly tonight, but I will fix that so you have more to look at tomorrow. Anyways, my apologies. And we'll continue on. You're only missing 3 of them. So the cook. Cook got me. Each night, pick a good character, not the cook. So happy wife is what was picked. And a player. Me. Who would pick me, I wonder? That you haven't picked before. They have that ability until dusk. If an evil player is chosen, they will be given the character to bluff, and townsfolk becomes poisoned. All players can only share information that they were fed an ability by the cook, privately or not publicly. Okay. So, Guami is indeed the happy wife, I hope. So I will be going to Guami today, which is certainly going to make me look totally suspicious, which is awesomely fine. But I'm going to do it. So Guami. Character to Bluffing. All players can only. So I am the happy wife, or Guami is. And I know who my partner is, Guami. And when their partner dies, they learn one good and one evil player, but not their alignments. They cannot nominate their partner. Okay. One good and one. They learn one good and one evil player, but not their alignment. So I need Guami to die. Let's see if I can do that. We'll find out here on the Clocktower.
I've got a few things before we start once everyone gets here.
Is this one of them?
Yep, that is one of them. Guami's alive again.
Who've decided to
Yay,
run
I'm
Total Brewing
back.
instead.
All right, are any of you guys also snake charmers?
So first, I'm in the chat. I'm posting if there is a ghost hunter in the game. I'm posting the top half, bottom half, left half, right half, which I should be doing every single time. That should say Steven, not 7 at the bottom of that.
Yeah, don't be putting me in the mix.
And then, so that shows top half, bottom half, left half, and right half of the game board. And then I'll give a quick little story since I came up with a theme today. So this is where there's a history to this town. It goes back to the turn of the century. There was a Ravenswood Bluff mental asylum at the time, and it was this world-renowned psychiatric institute where all these famous doctors were coming in, and psychiatrists and psychologists were coming in to help out. And back on today, basically 40 years ago today, so it'd be 80 years ago today, sorry, 1941. There was all the patients revolted against all the employees, and there was a lot of people that were murdered, and patients, doctors, everyone, and they shut the whole place shut down that day, 80 years ago today. So in recent years, or since then, they've claimed it was haunted, but the last like 20 years or so, no one's seen anything. But today, we are all at the new Sleep Institute, the Ravenswood Bluff Sleep Institute, that has taken the place of the Psychiatric Institute. And it's this big old mansion with a clock face on it. It's known as the Clocktower since back in the turn of the century when it was the Psychiatric Institute. And we're all there. We're there for normal things, sleep apnea, insomnia, just research study. And in the middle of the night, we hear this high-pitched, childish scream. And all the doctors come in, they take all of our wires off, and we all run into Nam's room. And where Nam was staying, it now says Nam in blood on the wall, kind of like Chris's background. It says Nam is sleeping forever, and the game has begun.
Dum.
I would just like to say I am pretty sure there's a ghost hunter or blackmailer in the game.
I believe that to be true. Otherwise, I don't think it would have come up at the very beginning of the day.
Yeah, all I've got to say is never cross the streams.
Well, there's theoretically 3 of them in the game anyway. So
3 ghost hunters?
So which one of them are you, Guami?
You mean 3 minions?
Do you want to chat?
I'm the ghost hunter.
Sure.
Steven,
All right,
are you claiming lost motorist with your
whose
background?
room?
No,
My room.
no.
Your room.
My
Okay.
background
Ross
is
is
always
claiming Ghost
based
Hunter.
on a role in the game. It is
Jason, do you
picked
want to chat?
apart from my role.
Sure, why not?
I'll go to you.
Chris,
Yes, Steven?
I needed to talk to you, so I came in to play this game so that I could have that conversation.
Oh,
And
exciting.
I have several non-game related things to talk about.
Yeah, he's just going to tell me how terrible I am at storytelling.
Would you like to chat, Sarah?
That's exactly.
Yeah,
what
we'll
it
go to
is.
my
I
room.
can talk to
Your
you,
room?
Peter. Where
Yeah.
am I going?
It's near the top.
I'll go to yours.
So what's going on?
You
I don't
suck,
even know how to
sir.
play this game anymore. What?
You suck, sir. You're gonna troll me.
No, I don't troll you.
Yes, you do. How's
even
it going?
Even when I try to be nice, I'm a dick.
I know. Somehow you just become a dick all the time. Good. How's everything going?
Pretty good. You can't see this, but on my screen, I have a very nice institution. This was clearly before all of the horrible things that he described happened. Looks like there's some people that are about to get checked in. They look like they're quite well to do. I have no idea what's about to befall them. Much like American Horror Story, like the first episode.
Oh.
I see that you're reading and not
I
actually
am.
listening.
No, I heard you. American
what's
Horror
going on?
Story. Oh, nothing. I kind of want to kill Guami right away.
Why?
He seems evil.
So what is the Ghost Hunter? Is that a good roll or a bad roll?
No, Ghost Hunter's good. The bartender's evil. But I believe what Guami was hinting at was an outsider was in play. Because he was saying Ghost Hunter or Blackmailer, and those are the only two roles that bring in outsiders. So I believe Guami is claiming to be an outsider.
Well, if he's an outsider, that doesn't make him evil.
No. But he could also be
bluffing evil.
Bluffing evil. He might be the blackmailer and just know that there's an outsider, so he took an outsider role.
Or you're trying to come up with bullshit to throw me off the scent.
Or I don't bullshit ever.
Do you want to do a 1-for-1?
Sure.
I am the cook.
I am the happy wife.
I cooked you into the happy wife.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
Yeah, are
Okay.
you actually the happy wife?
No, you cooked me into it. Okay.
So now that I've verified my role, there's no reason for you to bluff. What are you?
I am the happy wife. That's what you made me.
No, you're not that for the whole game. You're just that for one turn.
Oh, so you want to play honest this whole time with me?
Well, so here's the deal.
Because usually you lie.
Either you're good or you're evil, but regardless, you know that I'm telling the truth because he came to you, and there's no way that you would have known for me to come and tell you, by the way, I cooked you into the happy wife.
Fair enough.
And I'll give you the rationale, because he gives you another good player. So now we have 3 good players.
Unless I'm poisoned, right?
Or yeah, if
There's
you're
some
bad,
poison thing.
then you're just that's your bluff roll, and you have to come up with fake
Oh,
information.
no. I will tell you I am the ghost hunter.
Oh, you're the ghost hunter.
Yep. We're going to play completely honest today.
Well, I don't even know what the ghost hunter does yet.
I might be lying,
start
but I'm going to
knowing
play
which-
completely.
Okay, so there is an outsider because of you.
Yep. And I have a feeling that it's Guami.
So who was the person that you got as the
Happy wife?
happy wife?
Guami. Why do you think I
So
want to
you
kill
know
him?
he's good. What is your problem?
I want to kill
Or-
him. Because if I
Why do you
kill
wanna
him,
kill him?
I learn one evil player, but not their line. Oh, when their partner, no, the happy wife knows who their partner is. When their partner dies, so Guami, they learn one good and one evil player, but not their alignments. They cannot nominate their partner. So I can't nominate
So we
Guami.
should definitely go talk to Guami and find out if he's expendable.
Yes.
Or
And
I
then-
should.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know that you want to. I don't know that you don't want to.
You can. In fact, you can say that you were cooked into the happy wife. You take that role from me today, and that way nobody's going to think you're the cook. And hopefully that will keep you alive longer as the cook, because I think it's a good role.
I think it's a good role too.
So you could always just say you're the cook privately, of course, because we got to whisper it. But you can
So
take
you know that Guami's good though, is the point.
Yes, that's my point. And I think that you should take.
So if Guami
that you were
dies,
cooked.
then you learn information. Now, is that actually going to work?
Is that actually going to work?
Happy
I believe
wife.
so if he dies the first day, because tomorrow I become the ghost hunter again.
I think that we need to verify that because I think normally that would happen at night, and you're only the happy wife until dusk. I'm gonna try to go talk to him.
Okay, I'm gonna chat with Scott and see if I
Okay,
say
you can do that. I'll try to talk to Guami. You try to talk to Squat.
and if I just
and
say
then-
yes out in the
Yes.
public, if I just say the
Or-
word yes,
Most definitely not. Something
Yep.
that's affirmative or negative.
exactly. 100. I'll say like 100% yes. Well, that means kill Guami, or we should if we can.
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
if I say no, then cancel
All right.
Guami's yes. Okay, cool.
Oregon. Yeah, Lynn's just going to jump. Lynn
Oh
is
my
literally jumping
God.
back and forth in between the two rooms, and I don't know why she's doing it, but it's weird. So I'm not chasing her.
Are you chasing women
I
around?
think
in a
she's
grocery
just
store?
testing out the different beds. She's going to Ross's bed
She's
chamber.
moving back,
And
back,
she's
back, forth,
going
back,
to
forth,
Lynn's
whoop,
sleeping. It's like when you're at the mattress store. You're just like, do I like this one? Do I like this one?
whoop. Absolutely.
Those rooms are
Oh,
hilarious.
where is she?
I don't know. You guys must have nicer rooms than me. As a late, tardy sign up or whatever. My
What'd
crappy
you
room.
get?
It says, "A Yahoo tardy sign up."
Oh, that's
No,
terrible.
no, that's perfect. That's right on par.
My place. She had to go to the bathroom and put her stuff in the fridge. It's great.
I'm nominating her just on general principle. She did it again. That's 4 times in one night. So
She's just dodging you.
Yep.
Is that a
Well,
roll? Like, can't be in the same room as
Same
Ross?
room as Ross.
I think we're gonna
Don't
have
be
to
in the
make it
same
one.
room as Ross.
Don't give Scott any ideas. It'll be a roll next
Hey,
week.
James,
do you want to talk?
How much longer do we have, Scott?
About 2 minutes. Probably
Yeah,
less than 2 minutes.
that's fine, Manny.
Probably
My
about-
room.
dog.
Yeah, sure, Anton. I'll go to you. I'm going to
Okay.
your room.
My room is top 1.
Anyone want to talk with me?
Is there clear you from your psychological evaluation?
You have to ask her, I guess. I think I'm good.
Did he pass his psychological analysis?
Well, I don't know. I don't have enough. Not yet. I
Raw
don't have enough
data.
yet. Day one's hard. You also have to look at how everybody reacts to other people jumping on other people too. So
Oh yeah, don't ever do that because no, we just do that on general principle, being irritated with one another. So you'll get past that, Sarah. That is not a good thing to go off of. We just sometimes have gotten tired of each other. Sure, Peter. How much longer do we have?
Less than a minute.
Okay,
Less than
I'll
a
go to
minute, okay.
mine.
Okay, all right. Okay.
How much more time until nominations?
Like 10 seconds.
About 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to start my food before that.
I'd like to nominate Jason.
100% yes, sir.
Kwame, I need to talk to you. Can
Yeah.
you talk to me quickly? Kwame, I need to talk to you.
1 second. I gotta update my grimoire here.
We have like 1 second left, so that's
I'll let you go in the room, and then I'm gonna.
All right. Whose room?
yours.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, yes, yes,
Going.
yes, 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 yes. I've been watching Deal or No Deal, and now it's kind of tuned into my head.
Lynn, I'm going to nominate you just for the Benny Hill skit that we went
Oh
through.
my God, Ross, I'm so sorry. I accidentally went to your room, and then as I was leaving your room, you came into your room, and then I went back into my room, and I kept flip-flopping.
4 times. It was like a pendulum.
I know. And I kept going back and forth, and then you disappeared out the there, so I just came back here. I'm so
All right.
sorry.
So I'm going, well, we're closed, but I'll go to your room next time.
Yes, thank you. Very sorry about that. We will talk tomorrow.
If I don't nominate you and kill you today out of pure rage.
Please don't. Please
Wait,
don't.
do we have
gotta be
a
careful nominating with this
Wait, do
group.
we have a double claim now?
No.
No,
Then why are people talking about nominating?
because we're goofing around.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Just
came
goofs.
running out of the kitchen.
Are
So
we
scary.
double?
He's got
There
a
being
roll of
double
toilet
claim
paper.
That was
stuck to his
awesome.
foot.
Did you and the other minion both claim the same role? The one,
No,
the
I
one that
just-
you were fed?
Nominations are open.
Jason.
Okay,
will
okay,
nominate
okay.
Ross.
Hold up.
Jason will nominate
Before we
Ross.
do anything, no,
Jason will
I have a
nominate
very
Ross.
important announcement.
Jason
I have a
nominate
very
Ross.
important announcement.
It doesn't matter.
No,
It's
Right.
mine's
great.
better.
Jason doesn't
Mine's
care about
better.
you, Manny. Jason just
Jason-
cares about what he wants to
He'll,
do.
he'll care in a second. Mine's better. Trust me.
You already nominated
I
him.
Well,
already nominated
it doesn't
Ross.
matter. He nominated.
I already
Jason-
nominated Ross. You could.
Man, you're gonna have to wait. Jason has nominated Ross.
Oh.
Jason, your reason?
If he's a ghost hunter, he already uses ability, so we could kill him. That's the end of that. Unless we have a better thing, maybe Manny will give us more info in a second. But I nominate Ross.
Oh my god.
No,
Well, that doesn't
it's
seem
not
good.
more info,
Well,
but,
for the
Yeah.
record,
Hang
I
on.
but I do need to do something.
Ross, your
so go
defense.
It's true. This man has no dick. Ghostbusters quote. Sorry, that
Ghostbusters.
wasn't.
know that.
Just
This
to
has been
clarify.
recorded.
Ghostbusters reference.
Okay. With that, I'm going to move the time down to 1.5 seconds and start the countdown. First votes win. We need 7 votes to put Ross on the chopping block.
For those keeping
Year's
score,
not
it
seated
was
for
it was
matters.
it was only 15 seconds, not 45 seconds before I was nominated.
No,
Also-
no.
Yes,
no,
Yahoo.
no,
Yes.
That's not what did it for me.
Yes,
What did
Yahoo.
it for
You
me
have
is
something you
that-
want to say? Yes.
Well, so I'm not trying to talk over people. For the record, if we legitimately wanted to kill Ross, like that happened too fast, so I don't even know why the frick he was nominated. So that just putting it out there. If you legitimately want to get somebody killed, probably wait more than 2 seconds.
Okay. Well, I'm done. That was all I needed to do. I'm done.
Manny, did you want to
Okay.
talk?
I'm not nominating, but I did have something I want to say, and actually, Jason nominating made this better. So, just give me a second here. I am the singing telegram.
Oh no. Kill
And
him.
what I've learned is there are 2 claims for Ghost Hunter.
That doesn't even make sense.
Sure, it does.
What?
He,
Yeah,
to
why
me,
would you-
obviously,
Why
saying
would you
they
sing
running
about
out
there
of the
being
kitchen.
multiple claims? That's not like.
Let's kill
Did you
Manny.
not see Jason run out of the kitchen and scream?
Well, I was gonna
What?
sing that there's an outsider in play, but that I mean, if Jason's gonna nominate somebody because he thinks there's a ghost hunter, then that's obvious. So I figure this is a little
Well,
more
I am.
relevant.
Yeah, and it's
How can
good
there be
'cause I am the
multiple
ghost
claims for
hunter.
a ghost hunter? Like already. This
I'm
seems
a
way
ghost.
too early.
I'm a ghost fighting treasure hunter.
I'm gonna put it in chat a little more succinctly and not as.
By the
succinct.
way, if you want to do this properly, you always need to go, I am your singing
singing
telegram.
telegram.
You need to do that at the beginning of each one.
I was gonna try and switch it up a little bit night to night, but
Nice.
So,
Very nice.
Wami, we were having
No.
a conversation, but didn't really resolve.
Oh yeah, it's not a good idea.
Well, there's that.
If this happened last night,
And with that,
if this happened the other night, you'd both be outed for claiming virgin.
Yep, I am the virgin, by the way. It's not even in the script, but you know. But Peter, I don't appreciate you saying that because actually you were the demon in that script, so now there's that dirtiness on it too.
Yeah, I hear you.
So do we kill the second ghost hunter then? At this point?
Well, who are the 2? Ross, are you one of the ghost hunters?
there is no ghost hunter. There is only Zool.
All right.
I don't know. I'm just
Nominate
curious
Jason.
who they are.
So which one? I don't know.
Wait, hang on.
This is-
Cool.
there
So
was a
who's the other
nomination.
claim of the ghost hunter?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
the other claim.
Well, both claims
Hang
that
on,
I heard were
everyone,
second here.
be quiet for a
Hold
minute.
on, Colton nominated
Colton
Jason.
nominated Jason. Colton, your reason?
He's out in somebody else's role, and I can't out his role, so I think he should just come out with it.
Pertinent info, Ross outed it publicly right at the beginning of the game. I did not out his
We're not
role.
at the pertinent info part.
Ross literally said, after Guami claimed outsider, Ross said, I'm the ghost hunter. I didn't out anyone's role this game.
Put it in
Pertinent
the
info.
What?
That's all I have to say about that.
Is that your defense and
That's your
pertinent?
defense?
That's my defense. I didn't out anyone's role.
I mean,
When
other
you're the
pertinent
defendant-
info, we definitely should kill. There's no reason to not kill. Please, for the love of God, don't not kill today.
Oh,
We should,
also I'm a
we should
bad kill.
definitely kill.
I don't like, regardless of winning situation, I just don't want this game to take 5 hours. So
I agree with
Fine.
killing, but I don't know. I don't think it should be Jason. Maybe.
Jason, do you mind dying?
I'm not in a double claim, so I shouldn't be killed. That's
I'm going to start the
That's not what I
all I
countdown.
have to say about that.
How many votes needed?
Oh.
Well, I'm an early vote, so I'll vote. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on.
You're gonna early.
I like to put out the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm the like the early voting, mail-in voting.
So is that 2 of the evil people who voted?
Yeah, Jason, that's exactly what it is. There's no way that logic is flawed.
The game is solved.
Good
Two
job,
of the
other
4.
demons.
Come on now.
We got 2 of the 4.
Yeah, we're both the maniacs, and we were both on the same page. Last
All
time
that
we
matters-
discussed,
Go on,
we're
man.
both gonna vote on Jason.
All that matters, Jason, is that at least at some point during the first like 4 days, you say something like that against the actual demon, and then you can go back to that point and say, "See, I called it day one."
Did anyone
Nominate
else hear
Guami.
Anton nominate Guami?
Any other nominations?
I heard Anton nominate Guami.
Yeah, I nominate Guami 2
Oh.
times.
Sorry,
2
didn't hear
times?
you.
Sorry.
Anton has nominated Guami. Anton, your reason?
My reason is Guami said he wanted to kill someone, but he thinks Jason is a bad idea, so I think maybe Guami is a good idea.
Guami, your defense?
I think we should let the demon waste his kill on me.
Okay.
Works too.
That we're gonna start the countdown.
Sounds good to me.
I think we should kill.
I don't think you can impasse in this one, though, Guamis. You're probably not gonna target yourself. You're not Zambul.
I don't know
Wait a
what that. I don't even know what that
There's
means.
there's the old spirit impasses, does it not?
My goodness.
Oh,
The joke was that Guami is the demon.
maybe we
so-
shouldn't kill
Oh,
Guami.
Sorry, I understand.
Flower
Yeah, I'll
girl
put him on the
check.
chopping block.
7 votes does put Guami on the chopping block.
Sarah and James popped in there at the last second.
yeah,
I wonder if
my
that's
Flower girl
because
check.
they're
Any
trying to
other
kill Guami.
nominations?
There's probably better nominations than Guami. Let the demon kill Guami.
I'll nominate Sarah.
Manny nominates Sarah. Manny, your reason.
Yeah.
It's secondhand, but that's the other person I heard Ghost Hunter of, and I don't think we should kill Kwame.
Okay.
Okay.
Sarah, your defense?
Not the ghost hunter. So I don't know who you heard that from.
Okay.
maybe.
We're gonna start the countdown.
She's
8
not the
votes
ghost
needed.
hunter. She's not the ghost hunter.
Not the ghost hunter.
She is not the ghost hunter.
Does anybody know Guami's role?
Guami is not an outsider and it's a super important role. And we should vote to kill someone else other than Guami. That's the answer. He's not the outsider. It doesn't matter. He's gonna die, Candace. So either he dies or he gets killed at night. And we
Who
see
said
Okay,
anything about him
good
being an
point.
outsider?
Guami
Yeah.
did.
He claimed Butler.
At the beginning of the game, I made it sound like I was an outsider.
Oh, I just assumed you were the blackmailer. That's why.
No.
That's why I voted for you.
Any other nominations? In 7. Oh, my hands have disappeared. 7, 6,
Man,
5,
the only other
3,
Say
2.
it quickly,
I
Guami.
nominate
say it.
Colton.
Guami nominates Colton.
Whoa, just in there.
I don't know if your role is good or not, or any better than mine. But I did find it suspicious that you didn't want to do a 1-for-1 in the beginning. So it makes me think that you might have been a minion. So probably not the demon, but I'm suspecting at least a minion.
Yeah, the fries are not the rest of it. The rest of it's Caesar salad.
And that was not part of my defense.
That was pertinent info.
You don't want a seasoned salad?
I mean, it's my defense.
Or
and,
accusation, sorry.
Colton, your
Yeah.
defense?
I'll give Lynn the floor.
Right. Not the fries.
Um,
The rest of the Caesar salad. That's important.
My defense. I can I will 1-for-1 with you tomorrow, Guami. But I don't know if it's too late to gain your trust. But I don't think this is a good kill. I don't think you should vote for me. But you can do as you like.
We're gonna start the countdown. 8 votes needed. Take the lead. 7 votes will tie.
Don't vote for me, Manny. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't understand, man. He didn't die from a double claim
Damn it.
ghost hunter, and yet no one's saying they're the second ghost hunter.
All right.
Manny was
Whoever
the,
the
oh,
ghost hunter, you're a better kill than Guami, whoever it is. I don't care who it is, but you're a better kill than Guami.
Okay.
Jason, this is probably why you're nominating Ross so early hurt,
Yeah.
because if
It's
he was
The second
we-
ghost hunter can nominate
if-
themselves and save us.
Who?
The second ghost hunter can nominate themselves and save us.
The
No, we
second
thought-
ghost hunter.
The second one I heard was Sarah. She's not claiming it now, but I heard it secondhand. I didn't hear
There's only one
it from
ghost
her
hunter.
directly.
so
Any
is
other
anybody
nominations?
Some
the
situations
Um,
where a double claim is necessary, I
If
suggest.
someone wants to nominate themselves and we kill them, I can prove my role tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
In 6,
Anybody?
5.
Mindful, there's kind of a pixie type situation. Well, not exactly pixie, but there's some other
I think we should
situations.
let him die.
2,
Oh, bad. Okay.
1. Guami has
Oh.
died. Guami, how would you like to be executed tonight?
Oh my God! Throw me in front of a bus.
were you
Guami is
driving
thrown
said
in front
bus?
of a bus, but he falls down and the bus rides over him perfectly without hitting him. But then he stands up and a different bus hits him and he
Beautiful.
will be going to bed.
Hey, Scott, can I ask you a question?
Well, I feel bad for Guami. I'm very confused by the singing telegram double claim. There's 2 ghost hunters out there besides me? Because I haven't even said I don't understand. This is hilariously confusing. Why are there 2? I don't think that's an actual thing. So let's see what happens. Day 2. I'm still alive.
You're still alive. It took a long time. For your temporary happy wife, that's set off. So you find out that there's one good player and one evil player, and but not their alignments, and those are Jason and James. And then for your ghost hunter information, you get the right half of the board.
The right half. Oh, so that's my half.
Yep, your half.
Is
Right.
the one with the
Peter.
most, right?
That has the most, yep,
Outsiders, minions, and demons. Okay.
yep, from Peter to
Perfect.
N. Okay,
you, sir.
thank you.
I feel I got this. I got the power. Oh, here's the break room in my face. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. We're gonna show you how to play Blood on the Clocktower, powered up style. We're going for Sarah. We're going for James. We got this.
Is it me or is it? There's no volume.
12, can you hear,
There we
James?
go. Yep,
Okay.
I can hear you.
So Jason's not back, but I'm going to announce anyways, and he can find out later. There's a couple announcements. First, a Yahoo has died in the night. Found with wires, his little sleep wires, like all wrapped around his neck. And then what we didn't know about Guami is that he's actually built like a cartoon character, and he, after getting hit by the second bus, just bounced right back up, and he's alive.
Very cool.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Yahoo.
For killing me? You should be.
Yeah,
And
right.
Stays open.
Sarah, can we talk?
Yahoo.
Yahoo,
Yahoo.
you want to finish talking?
James, yeah, my room.
Sure.
I'll
Can
go
I
to
come in
yours.
that chat, Guami and
All right.
Yahoo?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Go ahead, and if he doesn't want, we can kick you out.
Okay.
What the hell
My
is
room?
Guami that he's alive again?
Sure.
Manny, could we talk?
Well, my plan was ruined. I was going to have you do something that would have confirmed one person because my information last night was vital. Should I wait for Guami?
Is he coming?
Yeah,
There it is.
he's always late. He's late. Welcome to the body bow.
Well, I don't understand why you're saying we did what you wanted, which was to kill him, right?
Yep, we got a lot of good information, and I would have just said that you should do your thing on Jason to confirm because he is one of the two. From my
Well, I did it on Jason, and I did it before I died. So I don't know, Guami, if you're aware.
Okay, what happened?
I am the what is it? The cook, and I can make people into other roles. So yesterday I made Chris into the ghost hunter, which assuming he's
No.
not evil, if he was
No.
evil.
That's not what you made me into.
No.
The medium?
Sorry, the I have the ghost cooker in my thing. The happy wife. I put the ghost hunter on the grimoire, which is why I'm confused. I made him into the happy wife. Now, if he's evil, then he would be given the happy wife as a bluff roll because that way he knows that I'm coming.
Oh, so there's a medium in play.
Yeah, and then the medium obviously raised you back up because you
Okay.
said that you should be alive. And I don't know what your role is, but I know that you're good, assuming that Chris is good.
And you didn't.
Chris got you as his wife, which means that if you die, then he got information, which is why you died.
Okay, now it's making sense.
So I don't know if you trust me. I don't know if I trust Chris.
I do.
I tend to trust you. So do you want to tell me your role?
I was a psychic.
Okay.
You still are, right?
I still am, I guess. Yeah, I am still psychic. So yeah. But I was pretending to be an outsider so that the demon would be less likely to pick me. But
now I'm confused. That is that the
if
storyteller
I pick
discretion?
a dead player, no, if I pick a dead player, then
okay.
instead of protecting them, I learn their role.
Okay.
Yep.
So I was gonna do that and figure out who's good, who's evil based on dead people, so we know, are we on the right track? Are we not?
Well,
so Chris, do you want to give us your information that you got from Guami?
Yes, because this is my circle of trust, and I'm telling all my information to you guys.
Woohoo!
I do this all the time. People just don't believe me. Okay, so I was the happy wife. When you died, Guami, I got Jason, and this other person who I can feel is evil is James. So I got Jason and James.
I haven't talked to James yet, but I feel like Jason's good because I did talk to him yesterday.
Yep, and I'll tell you this. Yesterday, when we voted on you, Guami, with all the hands up, Sarah and James both put their hands up at the last second. And when I said, well, I think Sarah's evil, she smirked. And I swear, she is not good. And I don't think James is good either. So
I can tell you that
Hold on. I got one more information. My ghost hunter information, because I am the ghost hunter who did not come out yesterday, so I don't know where this double claim came from, is that the right side of the table, which is my side, has the most outsiders, minions, and demons combined.
Oh, man.
Now you may go, Steven.
Okay, so I just wanted to say that before I act before all the evil rolls, I picked Jason last night, and I picked Maid, which I was trying to figure out which roles were the most powerful and save them.
Jason the Maid?
Yeah, so I was trying to save the most powerful. Unfortunately, I died on night 2, so that strategy isn't the greatest. And I don't even know what the best roles are. But he's going to start knowing the longest chain of consecutive registered good players. So hopefully we don't already have a maid, because that would be a waste.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
If we don't already have a maid,
so if we had a maid, he would be drunk, or would the original maid be drunk?
Well, this
No,
is
it
a
doesn't matter.
starting info thing, so they would have already had their info. If I pick an evil player, then it makes somebody drunk, but I think that's just at random. I don't think it has anything to do with anything. It's just somebody's made drunk.
Unless there's more information, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to see what we can do about
So do you guys think that Jason's good? Should I go
do.
talk to him?
I think he's good. Out of Jason and
All right, well, I'll go
James,
talk to him
I
then.
think James is the evil one. So yeah, I'll go
All right.
with Jason.
Cool.
Talk to me.
I would like to talk to you.
I would like to talk to you too.
You specifically want to talk to me?
Yes, and Chris, I think would like to be in that conversation.
I'll come with you.
Fine.
Where are you? Yep.
He said fine.
My room.
He should be
Okay.
excited to talk to me.
I'm the cook, and I picked you and maid, so you should have received starting information last night, unless you're evil, in which case you received the fact that you needed to bluff that you had maid information.
Here's what I'm trying to figure out. How the hell did I get pinged if you're dead?
Because I
And why is
act before
Chris
I
in
die.
here? And why is Chris in here discussing this with us?
Because he trusts you.
And I
Why
trust.
does
You can
he
kick him
trust
out if you
me?
want.
I trust Steven. Do you not trust
Why
me?
does he trust me?
Because
I don't know. He just
of
does.
my information.
You're a trustworthy guy.
So Chris is really the chef and you're not because you're dead and I wouldn't have got pinged. I got it.
No, I am the cook. I act before I.
Then how the hell
Yes.
did you ping me if
I
you're
act
dead?
before I die.
No,
Look at the night order.
he's the first one to go, so he got to go before
Yeah,
he died.
I acted before I died.
Okay. Got it. Okay, got it. Yes, I was pinged. I'm not giving out the info with Chris until I know something about him. I'm being honest.
Okay, well the day one he cooked me, and I was the happy wife, and it's my two people that I got was you and James, and I have a feeling early on I had a feeling about James being evil, so I'm just going with that because I feel like you must be the good one.
Wait. Stephen was your partner?
No.
Then how did-
I
Steven
cooked
cooked me.
Chris into the happy wife, which meant that he got a partner,
Yep,
which was
Guami.
which was why we killed Guami. And when Guami died, Chris was given that information.
Yep.
Got it. And who were the two people? Me and who?
You and James. And I felt better about you than I do James, quite honestly.
Okay, James. Let's see where James. Okay,
He's sitting
that
right next
actually works very well based on some of the theories I have.
I also want to point out that I don't trust Sarah either. I think they're both evil.
That also works with the theories I have.
Okay, then they both. I
So
like
are
your
you going to
theory
give
so
us your
far.
information, or do you need more information on Chris?
So Chris was the happy wife. Yeah, I want to know what Chris is now since he's not the happy wife.
I'm gonna tell you that you had a double claim theory happen yesterday, and neither one of them was me, but I am in fact the ghost hunter.
Okay, so what other info do you have then at the ghost hunter?
Our side of the table has the most evil people, and
From
outside
Peter, from Peter to Anton. Is
Peter
that
to
our half?
Anton, yes, the right side.
At the most of them.
Yep.
Okay, that works for me because I got a made 7, which means that 7 people on the other side are probably all good in a row.
Yeah, it could be you. It could be me to Guami. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
6,
because
7,
then
yeah.
our half would have Peter, Sarah, James. I guess that could work.
Yeah. Yeah, me to Guami is 7. Unless Candace, Anton, and Colton are in there, but I don't know.
I don't trust Candace. She was very shady with me when we talked. Just so you guys know, I'm the priest, and I picked Candace day 1, and I'm like, so how important do you think your role is? And she just ignored me. Then I talked to Guami, who, by the way, Guami's actually the psychic.
Yeah, he told us.
He told us.
Okay, so and I'm the priest, and I was trying hard to protect him. It wasn't that. It's because I knew what he really was. It was why I was trying to protect him. I'm the priest, but I was the maid, and I got a 7 good in a row. So yeah, James is.
Well,
perfect.
Anton could be evil, and maybe it starts
yeah,
with me.
It could be Peter to Steven. I could see that.
It could, yeah. The point is, let's kill James. Let's kill James anyway, because if James is the opposite ping of me, then that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yes,
Sure.
I agree.
I agree with that.
But you shouldn't have told me the maid thing first. You should have let me tell you first, because I could have then lied and said, yeah, I was the maid. And
Well, it does no, because you would be told the bluff roll. So basically, the lie would be the 7, and I have no way of knowing if you were told 7 or not. But you would have been told by the.
Candace is giving me that look, that stank eye.
Ooh, does that mean
No,
she's
that was
evil
the
or
other
good?
day. see, if they had only accepted my beans that day,
Does that mean she's
they
evil or
would have
good?
gone a day longer.
Yes, you might as well do your thing.
You get your gut all the time.
Well, hold on, we gotta wait for nominations.
All right, I nominate.
You're dead, even though
I know, that's why I stopped at nominate.
Nominations are open.
I'll nominate James.
Chris has nominated James. Chris, your reason.
Man, I got a lot of good info on James.
He smiled the wrong way.
He did. When we were putting up Guami, I noticed some tells. I also was the happy wife that was with Guami, so we got him killed, and it comes down to James or someone else, and I believe that it's James. And I will stick with that for now.
I have more pertinent info, but I'll wait for James to defend.
James, your defense?
Yeah, I don't know where that's all coming from. Chris is lying. I know that based on one thing he said, but yeah, actually, there's at least one other person, maybe two, that could vouch for me here. So I'll leave it at that.
So pertinent info that I was going to add: James and Sarah are the two that dropped their hands up to get Guami at the end, also, and Sarah's now defending James. So
Pertinent information, I resurrected Guami last night and I need to die today.
why do you need to die?
We're gonna start the countdown.
You don't need to die. That's not
Votes
what
is
that law
majority.
does.
First vote is Chris.
Chris, you
Yeah,
didn't
dude.
vote.
Oh shoot.
Chris, you literally. Is it,
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
There, what's going on?
I was first. I didn't see it coming. That's my bad. Dang it. Can I re-nominate
You
James?
literally tell me this whole plan of what went on, and then you
Listen, I was first and I screwed up, okay?
Well, 4 wouldn't have been enough, so.
Okay,
Sarah
Jason
up and I'll
nominates
kill Sarah.
since she needs to die today, according to her.
Yes.
That's something that both the good players and she agree on.
Yeah.
Although-
I'm not sure her reason for wanting to die. What's your reason for wanting to die?
So 3 votes.
No,
is
don't.
not-
It's up to you.
Jason nominates Sarah. She says she wants to die.
Jason nominates.
Yeah, I think I'm a good kill.
But you're still not the ghost hunter, right? Even though
Sarah.
you claimed it in day one.
That is
I
correct.
didn't claim Ghost
All right.
Hunter day
There's
one.
my hand, Jason. I'm not going to mess this one up.
All right.
Gonna
I'll
start the
get
countdown.
James tomorrow.
Sarah, did you want to say anything other than that you wanted to be killed?
Kill me.
Okay. You'll start the countdown. 6 votes.
Any other ways you'd like to say that you'd like to be killed?
Evil team don't want to kill Sarah, by the way.
I don't understand.
I think
It's,
Anton just
it's
admitted
very
that he was evil.
confusing, yes, but I am actually on both sides and I understand perfectly.
It's Guami related, so of course
Either-
it's confusing. So,
Either they're evil and it's a good kill, or she's a good kill and it's a good kill.
Oh, I think I just figured it out.
Okay. so
Because you
8
can't
votes is
vote?
enough.
Is that?
Any
That's
other
half of it.
nominations?
Oh, that's right.
So-
Yeah, that's an addendum. I forgot about. I remember.
Any other nominations?
So
Hmm.
I have an idea. I need to post something to everybody. So I have an idea that, or I've been told that I might be drunk. Is it worth me trying to sing something about James and Sarah to see if I die?
Just sing it anyway, and we'll see what happens.
If you're drunk, Manny, just
or we could try to kill
Well,
the.
I was thinking of singing something along the lines that one of them is evil.
so here I just want to clarify for you.
I nominate
if
myself.
Ross is nominating himself.
the conversation's always broken up by these self-nominations.
Self-nominations, yeah.
Ross, your accusation and defense.
Well, I just felt like it.
You know, as a blackmailer,
And my defense is he just felt like it.
you have to have the townsfolk nominate you.
You don't
as a
want
blackmailer,
Sarah to die?
not yourself, right?
Right.
I'm gonna start the countdown in now.
Well, he's not an innocent child, at least.
Okay, Manny, just sing about it. If nothing happens, nothing happens. You could always sing about it another turn later or something.
Okay. I sing that James is evil.
What are you singing Telegram?
I am the singing telegram, and I believe that James is evil today.
Gotta do jazz hands, man. What are you doing?
Jazz hands, spirit fingers. Oh, that
Manny
happens.
hasn't died yet.
Any
That
other
happens.
Manny hasn't died yet.
I just want to point that there is a role in Minions that probably want to nominate themselves and not die.
I do want to note that Manny has been the fake
Yeah, but-
singing telegram before.
So the thing is that Sarah wants her to be nominated and she wants to die. I don't see unless maybe she's the old spirit.
I'm
But
not
why
speaking about
would you-
Sarah. I'm speaking
No.
about Ross.
Manny, she was demon sleeping probably.
Anton,
She also defended James.
you know, check out the 3 rules I gave you.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2,
Okay, I
1,
will think about it at night, Ross.
Okay.
0. Sarah has died. Sarah, how would you like to die?
I don't know. Squashed by a giant boot. Why not?
And now for something completely different.
Sarah was playing in the
off the
Jack and the
wall.
Beanstalk game and
Mhm. Where
crossover
it came from.
episode. She got stomped by a giant boot.
Oh, that's great.
I thought you had the opportunity to say she was crushed by Italy,
Yeah.
and you didn't take it.
Yeah.
Oh, the boots.
Rome will rise again.
Okay, here we go. Nighttime.
Yeah.
Figaro, 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 Figaro. Oh, I should probably pause you because I have no more information to give you at the moment. But I did fix the roles. Check them out as the game goes on. And I'm not sure I believe Sarah's shenanigans.
I have to send everyone back. I made a little boo boo.
Such a great word.
Okay. I think everyone's here. Okay, I'm gonna send you all back to your rooms. Kwame, I'm sending everyone back. I made a little mistake.
Okay.
Boo, if you will. Ah, the life and times of boo boos.
Okay, so take that marker off. Chris has died in the night.
That's rude.
Grace, I need to talk to you.
James, just because I called you out doesn't mean you have to kill me.
Danny, do you want to talk?
Grace, can I talk to you?
Sure, Jason.
Guami, I'd like to chat with you if
Grace.
that's okay.
Yes.
I'll join your room.
Sure.
I need to
Sarah?
talk to you.
Guami, I'm going
Okay.
to
My
your
room or
room.
yours,
All
Manny?
right.
I heard my name.
My room.
Yeah,
Steven.
my room, very bottom.
Jason, come.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry of you dying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm night security and I got free night 0, 2, night 1 and 3 yesterday. And from what I understand from my role is that means that Minion was nominated yesterday and Minion wasn't nominated the day before. So I only see 2 possibilities. It's James is a blackmailer because you as Townfolk nominated James, or one of James and Ross is a black cat.
So you got a 3, a 2, and then a 3 again?
3 night 0, 2 night 1, and 3 this night. Which means that, I mean, probably 2 minions are bartender and whaler, and there is one of blackmailer or black cat, and it is James or Ross. Because I got, I don't know, maybe theoretically I can be drunk or poisoned, but I think it's a good probability.
They all just woke up night 0 because they all got told something, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah, probably. I mean, they at least got demon info.
True. Okay. Well, think we're getting closed out already.
He
Yeah.
star passed, but that's not how the script
Yeah,
works.
but there was nobody to star pass to.
Weird. That was quick.
What happened?
I'll explain in a second. Once whoever is not here comes back.
Guami.
I've come back to life. Well, phenomenal news.
We killed the demon.
Woohoo.
So surprise in the script, the sleep technicians all came in your room last night. They all thought you were breathing funny and they woke you up. And now they're sending you all back to bed because I just actually, and you can go whisper again because I accidentally closed the breakout rooms.
Guami, do you want to talk?
Wait, are we going back to bed or are we whispering?
No. Go to your breakout whispers. Go to your whispers.
Can you
Your own.
Go back to your room.
Okay, you're using the word whisper, which means go to other people's rooms. Are we going to our own rooms?
Go to other people's rooms that you were talking to if you want to keep talking to people.
Okay, thank you.
Guami, can we talk?
All right. Yeah,
I
Lynn.
hit the wrong button.
Sarah, are we continuing that?
Sure.
Yes, we can.
Well, that was weird.
I don't know what it was. Well, the thing with Ross is weird because he claimed to be a ghost hunter or night security or undercover officer, and obviously he's not night security. And last day he nominated himself, and he said like, look at 3 roles that he told to me, and one of these roles is undercover officer. He want to be nominated. However, it says that must be made about being any other townsfolk or someone, blah blah, which means that he can't basically say that he's undercover officer. That's why I think that I don't know if he actually is. Maybe he's a black cat.
No, he can't be the black cat because he was nominated day 1 and you only got a 2 on night 1 or whatever.
Oh yeah, right. So this means that James is blackmailer probably. Oh, black
Yep.
cat.
Yep, and we're gonna we'll kill
let
James
me-
today anyway.
Yeah, James wasn't nominated night 1. I mean day 1. And if James is black mailer, that means that you are a verified townsfolk. I mean, because a blackmailer, in order to blackmailer to wake up, townsfolk have to nominate them.
Yep. So that makes sense. Plus, I
okay.
am a townsfolk, so let's go with that.
Yeah, and yeah, I marked you as happy wife. I mean, I assume that you didn't lie yesterday.
I'm not a liar. No, I was. Oh, we're in a breakout room. I can tell you.
Okay, at least you are a townsfolk. I'm fine with it.
Yeah. I was happy wife day 1.
Okay, thank you. See you. Candice, can we talk?
Yeah, we can talk anytime. You want to come to mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Chris, are you talking to your camera?
though. I guess I am. Nobody else is here to talk to. Steven, you want to talk?
Sure.
All right, let's go to my room. I feel like we're wholeheartedly trusting each other here. And with your dead.
Well, yeah. So the thing is that there is literally no confirmation because you knew that you were supposed to bluff as the happy wife. But I'd say I'm trusting you. But it like I don't have you know what I am because I can't fake mine, but I don't know what you are.
That's you do, although you don't trust that you do. Is what you're saying.
Well, no, but mine is verified because you were told by the storyteller things that back up my story, and that isn't mutual.
Right. No, I get it. You know who I am because I told you I was a ghost hunter. However, you don't know that I am because I could
it's
be
not
lying.
confirmed.
Yes.
It's not confirmed.
No, I get it.
There's people that are like, well, it's confirmed. Well, I don't think we know what the word confirmed means.
Yeah, I think people use that term loosely in Blood on the Clocktower. It's not like a virgin
So you
killed
were
me.
you were a starting information role, so it's actually not a big deal that you died.
Nope. No, I
Right.
don't care. I don't know who the idiot was that killed me.
Well, anyway, I talked to Sarah. She said that she was the medium, which, if nobody else claims that, I think that's true.
Yeah.
And
Which,
the thing about the medium is that they can't vote after they use their ability, so they're actually better off dead because now she can vote.
true. We can hold
So
her
that
as.
does make sense.
I'm going to keep her as evil just in case.
Yeah, that's fine. I have
however-
her as evil. I didn't change her, but it's helpful to know what she's claiming.
I have talked to the night security.
Oh, who's that?
Well, I can't tell you who they are because I don't want to out them. They'd have to out themselves.
Well, here's the thing, Chris. I thought you said we were trusting each other implicitly. It would appear that that was not correct.
No, it is because
I
I'm
am
telling you
confirmed.
that there is a night security officer, sir.
Well, here's the thing that's annoying for me is that I am confirmed to you. You know I am good, and you're still.
Well, it's not my place to give somebody
That's
else's
fine.
information.
I respect your shitty decision.
It's not
'Cause
my
your
place to
decision,
give
and
other people's information.
I know. I feel the same way. I do the same thing.
So
That's fine.
they
Any
have
other
said-
roles that you know are in play?
Just supposedly Jason is a priest.
Sure, and I knew that also.
Yeah, and then Guami's the psychic.
Yeah,
I have
those are the
reason
things
to believe that Ross is either pretending to be or is the undercover officer.
Okay, so here's the thing. This 7 information.
Yes.
Which is good information, which I'm glad because I didn't know if the maid was good or not. But 7 is a really good number for the maid to get. So, do you think it starts at Anton, or do you think it starts at Candace, or do you think it starts at James?
I feel like it's. Well, no, I think if it starts
I
with
feel
Sarah,
like
what's her
your
number?
what?
Oh, that can't be good. That can't be right. I was trying to figure out who it would be if Sarah is good. Because I think James is evil. So who would it be? It couldn't be from Sarah because that would stop at Colton, and I feel you're good. So that doesn't make any sense that you would be evil then.
Well, let's say it starts at Candace. So here's the other piece of information is your ghost hunter information. So have to be on the right side. So I would say there's 4. So I would say let's say it starts at Jason. Like if
5,
it starts at you,
because you got to include outsiders, and there's an outsider out there because of me.
that's not evil though.
No, but mine is outsiders, minions, and demons.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. But anyway, the point
that's
is.
So yeah, there's 3 on my side.
Yeah, and I guess technically, well, we should figure out what they're claiming because if they're claiming outsiders, that's useful information. But my point is, if it starts, so I don't think it starts at you because if it starts at you, then that leaves James and Sarah. Where did it start? Peter to Anton. Okay. So if it starts at you, then that would leave Peter, Sarah, and James. That seems extremely unlikely. If it were to start, I actually think killing Anton might not be a bad idea because of your information. It makes it much more likely that the evil people, like we got this whole string of people on the left that are good, and then we have all the evil people on the right.
I'm joining you guys. Don't say anything.
Oh, okay.
Joining you
Oh, we
guys.
all need to shut up. Jason's here.
Well, we could talk again, but
Oh, okay.
in case you guys happen to be evil, which I don't believe so. But Chris,
yes,
if you were turned into Happy Wife turn 1, you wouldn't have also got Ghost Hunter information. So I don't know where the fuck you get this Ghost Hunter information from, or where you get this Ghost Hunter information from. Sorry, we're on camera.
Yep, that's right.
couldn't have been gold.
No, I got it. I got it the second day. He activated it for me on the second day.
Okay.
I did not
That
get it
makes
for
more
the first
sense.
day. I was lucky enough to live through one more night, so it was great.
Because I was sitting there going, how does this even work?
I did.
Now
I
get
asked
it.
him. I asked him first
Okay.
day. I was like, "So what is going on here with this?" So yes.
Okay,
Chris,
that's
if
fine.
you're evil, you've destroyed this game.
Well, I'm not
Okay.
evil.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Goodbye.
He just wanted to test me out. So let's say it's Peter then. No, let's say Peter's evil. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel Peter is evil. I don't think Anton's evil. I've talked to him, and I feel Anton's probably good.
Now, it makes more sense.
We'll talk tomorrow, James, I guess.
Yeah.
I could have said something there. But let me do this again. I am going to
Nominations are open.
I'm going to nominate James.
You can't, you're dead, but
Oh yeah, shoot.
Jason will nominate James on Chris's behalf and let Chris give the offense, since Chris has the info.
Jason's nominating James.
And I can't put my hand up this time because I'm dead and I don't want to
Oh,
But
technically you can.
Chris,
I
you're
could.
giving info.
I could. I believe James is evil. I have reason to believe him or one other person is evil. And I trust the other person implicitly at this point. So James is still evil. That is a fact.
James, your defense.
Yeah, so I think Chris is actually evil and been bartended. He double claimed my role. I am the happy wife. Sarah was my partner. I got information last night. I'm not going to share it yet. I've shared it with 2 people, and those 2 people know who they are. I actually have strong suspicion on Manny, as somehow I think he is not drunk singing Telegram. I don't think he's singing Telegram at all. I think he ran with a little bit of information I gave him on day 1. He conveniently decided to sing that I was evil when he knew I was the happy wife. I had shared that with him earlier. So I think he's also evil. Jason has been like this whole thing with Ross. I think Ross and Jason are the other 2 evil. I think we got Manny, Chris, Jason, and Ross. Jason nominates Ross within 10 seconds on day 1. And then nobody's come back to say, oh, well, the ghost hunter's just going to live forever. But we've got cooked up information, double claims. I'm not positive my information I got last night was good, which is partially why I'm not going to share it, because I don't want to throw suspicion on good people because my information may not be right.
Pertinent information.
Yes.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Another Ghostbusters.
Okay,
Are we supposed to be having quote day here?
okay, I have real pertinent info. Manny would definitely not drunk or poisoned last turn. So Manny's info is true. And Manny's a singing Telegram, and he's saying that James is evil and didn't die. And that's pertinent information.
How is it, Jason? That's actually not pertinent. That's your opinion, unless you're going to back that up with something real.
Well,
How about this?
I'm
How
gonna
about this?
say the words pertinent information also. Go ahead, Peter.
Go ahead, Manny.
But I'm in the
Finish it off.
spot.
Any other pertinent information?
Yeah. So
Yes, I have one pertinent information.
Hang on. Let Steven.
Yeah. So mine is pertinent to Manny singing, which is, Manny, you can validate yourself by choosing not to sing, and then you'll die. However, if the demon also kills you, then it doesn't as much
Or he
verify.
could sing
But
something he
you
knows
can
is definitely
verify
false.
to us that you are the singing Telegram by choosing not to sing. I'm not saying that you should. Just want you to know that that's an option.
I was going to verify that Chris is the happy wife by singing it.
No, well, that's fine too. But just know that at some point, validating that you are the happy wife probably is valuable.
Okay. Chris is the happy wife.
Oh, flutters.
Bravo.
Okay. And once Colton gets back here,
I'm serenaded.
My Spotify playlist is just building up every day.
And Manny didn't die again. What?
Well, he dies at night. I
He
think.
doesn't die now anymore. Look at the roll; it's changed.
Colton, once you take a seat, then I'll do the vote on James.
Sorry, my internet just went down. I'm on my phone right now, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
If you want to do a verbal one, you can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, and now it's May, which is awesome.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So this isn't his singing's not going to validate much.
Okay. Nothing. It doesn't really actually matter that much anymore.
I mean, at the end of the
Well,
day,
you wanna
I have
vote
no
for
more.
James?
I will get no more information. I have no ability.
Then
I'm.
you're a good kill.
Yeah, kill him.
I'm,
Then you're a
and so
good
is
kill.
Ross. So why aren't we doing that?
Just
I'm no.
hang on just one second. Colton, are you voting on James?
Oh no.
Okay.
So James,
Okay, now
you're
I'm
a
back.
good kill. You have no more info. You were pinged as evil. You're a fine kill.
Okay,
I
hold
don't
on a
see why you're
second.
Five
arguing.
is a majority. James is on the block.
Then how am I pinged as evil?
All right. James, to back you up a little bit, I agree with you on some points. I'm not evil, but I do nominate Jason.
And Ross nominates Jason. Ross, your reason?
My reason for it is that I've given him very pertinent information that has not gone anywhere. Also, when I gave him that information, and this is what my role is, didn't give me a 3 for 3, didn't give me a quadrant, didn't give me a 1 for 1, refuses to give information. It may be how he's playing it, but I'm suspect of him at this point. So that's my reasoning.
I'm reconnecting on my computer now.
My defense is spirit of the rules, and that's all I have to say.
And
That's lame.
That's my
No,
defense. Spirit
it
of the
is
rules.
valid.
we're going to
That's a
start the
very valid
countdown.
defense on that. Spirit of the rules.
5 votes is needed to tie, 6 to pass them. First vote is Anton.
If you don't like the script, then you can blame Scott.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying spirit of the rules.
No, I'm talking to Lynn.
I'm not sure what that
No, I
means.
didn't say I didn't like the script. I just said I think it's a lame excuse.
Well, my point is I can't. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. How's that?
Eh.
You don't want to waste your time. Okay, that's fair.
2 votes is not enough. Any other nominations?
Did Manny sing while I was gone?
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
I'm gonna nominate Ross.
He said that Chris
Okay.
was the happy wife
Yep,
in a song.
I could die easily. No problems.
James is nominating Ross.
I'm no better or worse kill than Ross, but I actually suspect Ross is based on Jason's jumping to nominate him when he knew he wouldn't get voted killed in that first day. That's super suspicious. Like that's just I don't know.
Sorry, cut you off. Ross, your defense?
I've got no argument with it. There may be a plan as to why he jumped on it, but I did call. I said within 45 seconds of him coming back, he will nominate me. So
Did you hear what your info was at the Ghost Hunter?
Yeah, what's your Ghost Hunter info that's so valuable? Pertinent info, spirit of the rules is all I have to say. Again,
I am the
why we
ghost.
shouldn't kill Ross.
I am the ghost hunter.
And we're going to start the countdown.
What did you say, Jason?
Spirit of the rules is why we shouldn't kill Ross, and I'm just saying spirit of the rules.
I don't understand
my
that.
defense.
I don't know what that means. but okay.
I don't know.
I could out everything. I could out everything, or we could do. I could keep saying
That
spirit
would
of
be
the rules.
unusual.
I'm trying to be nice. Ross, I'm trying to be nice and say spirit of the rules every time, but we shouldn't kill
Well,
Ross.
is that what you
Spirit of
mean
the
by it?
rules.
Why don't you speak English and tell me that
During the
instead?
countdown.
Yeah, there you go.
5 votes
Wait,
tied, 6 votes
Ross,
passed.
which half was it? Top,
Jason,
bottom, left, or right?
I will
I'm
be offering
Colton. I am the ghost hunter, and that's all I can tell you.
Jason.
Spirit of the
I
rules.
will be offering
Read
code
into that what you
classes,
like.
You'll be offering what?
coding, phrase coding classes on every third Saturday.
Spirit of the rules. That's my code. I don't talk in eggs and laundry. Spirit of the rules.
Spirit
That's
of the
my
rules,
code.
guys. Spirit of the
I
rules.
mean, I can offer you help, but if you
3
choose
votes is
not
not
to take
enough.
it, I don't know.
Any other nominations?
Have you been mad to say spirit of the rules over and over again?
So
Spirit of the
No,
rules means
no,
he doesn't have to
the-
answer your question.
The thing with Jason is that he gets stuck on something, and he's stuck on the spirit of the rules. It's
Tunnel
like pertinent
vision.
information.
Any other
Yeah.
nominations?
But he got the
Last
spirit
call
of
for
the
You
rules.
put them together, you have pertinent information.
Oh, so I want to sing about the spirit in the sky
In 10,
that I would all to.
9, 8,
I like that one. That'll work.
7, 6,
James, for the record, I had zero problem with your
4,
logic on that, and you're
3,
right, but I'm not evil.
2, 1.
Wait, somebody's on the chopping block, right?
Zero.
I am.
Yes, yes.
James has
Okay.
just been
Thank
executed.
God.
James, how would you like to be executed today?
Colton like sometime today.
Let's see. My wife came back from the dead
Wait,
and said it hadn't been long enough since I took another woman.
your wife?
What?
What?
Wait.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
Wow.
That
James knows
sounds.
the story. I don't
Can't
know.
argue with that one.
There
That
was nothing not dark about that. I take everything nice I said about you back, James.
Wow.
James has died, and we are going to bed.
he was
Like, no
adventurous and
thanks on
living.
that.
Is that what we say? Oh, no.
I am slightly suspicious of Jason now. I'm trying to figure out this medium thing. Because if she's bad, how did she raise Glommy from the dead? I don't know. I have to read the rules more. I have to learn to read more. Not learn to read like some of you have just thought there for a second. Learn to read more. For the rest of you, thanks for coming. We're happy to see you. In an uncharacteristic event, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so your friends can see this kind of insanity as well. It's all coming from behind. I don't even know what that means. We'll find out next time when we return on Blood of the in the Clock on the Clock Tower. On the Clock Tower.
Okay, everyone's back. And there were some screams in the night in the Sleep Institute. And it was actually coming from my room because I was watching The Walking Dead and I got scared and no one died tonight.
Colton,
Yes.
I would like to talk to you.
Kwame,
Sure.
could I
How is
talk
that
to
even
I'm
you?
the bottom room.
Sure, Jason.
Manny, can I talk to you?
My room or yours?
My room.
Anton, you want to talk?
I want to talk to Manny first.
Your room? Lynn, you want to
Yes.
chat? I'll go to yours.
Lynn.
James, do you want to talk for a few while you're waiting?
Yeah.
Gone. She gone.
My room,
Can I-
yours.
can I
James,
talk
don't
to
you
you?
want to talk to me?
I'll go to your room.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yep.
No, I.
No.
I'll go
That
to you.
leaves you and me, Chris.
It leaves you and me, Peter.
You want to talk?
I'll talk to you. Let's go.
Did he go to my room?
I don't know.
He did. Okay.
You going to your room, Peter, or mine? Oh. I guess we're gonna just find out. He's going to mine. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
It's been so long since I didn't know your role. Since last
Yeah.
time. I'm like, I know everything.
I think we got a minion yesterday.
Oh. What makes you think that? Besides
Well, I am night security, and each night I learn how many minions woke up during the night.
Mhm.
And there are only 2 minions who wake up during the night. And every night I got a 2 until last night I got a 1.
Oh man. This is interesting. You are being double claimed, sir.
Really?
Yep.
By whom?
Somebody not close to you. I'll give you that much.
Jason.
Nope. That's interesting.
Someone alive?
Yeah. That's really interesting. And you know what? I feel like you're more right than he is. Because actually, I think that you are the more trustworthy one. Because he, I guess I'm giving out his
Anton.
a decent amount of people here.
Anton.
Yeah. May or may not be. He told me he got a 3-2-3.
Well, only 2 minions wake up.
Yeah, I'm beginning to notice that now. I didn't realize that because he told me yesterday, and I didn't bother to look. I don't know all of them. Each night, poisons. Yeah, wait, no good. Each night, choose a player and choose if they are drunk. That person wakes up.
The black cat doesn't wake up, and the whaler doesn't wake up.
The black cat could wake up if they were nominated.
Okay. Has he? Okay.
So technically, 3 is still.
So how many people have been nominated? Ross, Jason, Kwame, Sarah,
Ross has been, yeah,
Colton, James.
Ross was every day.
Ross, James, Sarah, Colton, Kwame.
Now I wonder if I should trust you.
Well, I mean, James has been nominated a lot, so that would fit, but
So was Ross,
but I mean, James was the one who died yesterday, and my number changed. So I'm leaning to think that he was a minion and that we've got one of them. But the no death last night makes me think the house itself is in play and that there's now a good person who was turned evil last night.
Oh.
So you see that? If there's every third night, instead of a kill, a good person turns evil. So even though we likely got a minion yesterday, there's now an evil townsfolk out there somewhere.
That was the third night, huh?
Yeah, because it says there it starts night 1, right? Not night 0.
Also, I don't believe Manny. Manny needs to die.
What don't you believe about him? The singing thing?
Yep.
Did he get you right yesterday? Were you the happy wife?
No.
Mm. Okay. All right. Well, there's a couple of sus then.
Yep.
Okay, man.
Well, this is good to know. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Beautiful bow box.
He just clobs all over you.
I'll go to
In my
the
room?
yeah, I'll go to yours, Manny.
He's a happy cat.
See you. Yeah.
With big eyes.
Has Manny been talking to Ross a
Do
lot
all
this
this
game?
profiling for Lynn all the time.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to think I'm sitting next to the whaler.
Okay, looking at you.
He seems intrigued.
Peter, can we talk?
Okay, looking at
Steven,
you.
you want to talk?
Last chance to talk.
Anton, can I talk to you?
I want to talk to Peter.
No, he wants to watch.
Okay,
his-
yes, Chris, I'll talk to you.
Okay, my
What'd
room.
you say?
Okay.
Peter.
Real quick, I'm going to give you all my information that I found out today. There's a double
Okay.
claim for night security. I'm starting to wonder if I'm sitting next to the whaler. I mean, that would explain why all my information has so far been terrible.
If you were drunk, would that affect the information you got from me?
If I was drunk,
I don't
Yeah.
think it would.
yeah, maybe not.
I don't think it would. I think that me being drunk is what would affect your information from my
Yeah,
ability.
but if I was poisoned by the whaler, if Candace is the whaler,
I mean, I haven't talked to you, but I 100%
both
trust
my
you.
informations would be incorrect then.
Manny, I believe that
And I'm
to be
starting
true.
to worry about that.
Okay.
But I think we need to kill Manny.
I don't have anything I don't have anything concrete on that, but I believe that to be true.
Nominations are open.
I nominate Ross.
Anton nominates Ross.
Why?
Well, it looks like you want to be nominated.
Well,
You nominate every day.
back off, man. I'm a scientist. I'm just looking through quotes at this point.
Ghostbuster quotes. It's just Ghostbuster quotes every day.
Just has the list up.
Thing, definitely.
Ross, defense.
As the ghost hunter, I'm not super relevant, but I would like to stick around. So
No, I think we should kill you off at this point.
5 votes needed for a majority.
that is not a surprise to me.
We're going to start the countdown.
I'm inclined to believe that.
James, who do you think we ought to kill?
What?
James, who do you think we ought to kill?
Kwame, you understand why?
You again?
Yeah, but I'm already dead, so who should we kill that's alive?
I'm not convinced you're not being bartended into looking like you're dead every night now.
I don't know if that's is that possible?
Well, yeah, it's possible.
Oh my goodness.
They could bartend you to look dead every day instead of using it to poison somebody.
Oh, have we figured out what demon we have yet?
I
Have we
think it's-
figured out what minions we have
It
yet?
might be the house itself.
What? Did someone nominate?
No.
Okay, sorry.
I was just
You
saying, I
know,
think it might be the house itself.
No, Chris, we know a bunch of stuff that you don't know yet. That
that's not.
We know a bunch of stuff based on, trust me. And there's people that I trust now 100% based on some stuff that I was told finally.
And when you find out, you'll know.
So isn't this the same argument you used against Anton the other night, that he had information and didn't share it and that the good team lost because of it?
Yeah, but we got.
But
a
because
player
it's
who can help.
you, it's okay.
Oh, no, it's not my info. It's not my info. It's not my info.
Stop you any other time.
James, do you think Manny's good?
I'm not convinced that he is. I'm not sure. I don't
That's,
think
What
so.
that's
night? What
funny
night was
because
last night?
he sung that I was your role and he didn't die. I would have thought that you would have
Yeah.
been
Well,
convinced.
here's another problem, Chris. If you
Interesting.
read the singing telegram roll, it actually isn't a guaranteed death anymore.
It says May now.
So it's kind of
It
an
says May.
absolutely
I'm just
garbage roll now.
curious what his he
No,
wasn't
if it's
convinced.
false, I
That's
die.
funny.
No, it doesn't say that. They
Yeah,
may
it
be
does.
killed at night.
If false,
If
they die.
false, they die. So
I don't
if
see
what I
that.
sing is false, I die. That is not
Oh, okay. The part
being-
about the may is if they don't like your story.
Yeah.
They don't like your song.
right, right.
And,
Or
and
if
how
I
could you
don't
not
sing.
like
Or
his song?
someone want Manny to die. yes.
Manny's the king of crooning. I gotta tell you that.
So hold on. Are we dealing with the house itself because there was no death last night,
Any other nominations?
Well,
Oh,
that could be.
or someone that
Or
just sunk a
there-
kill just to bluff it?
Or a
What night was
psychic.
last night?
Or a groundskeeper.
So
There's a
why
bunch
don't
of
you want
people
Manny
who
to
are
No,
die,
hang on.
James? That's
I just
interesting.
There's a
I do
bunch
need
of
to
people who are
mention
protecting.
something. With if you're thinking it's the house itself, or if it isn't, night 0, it's in there, but it's not clear. Night 0 does not count. It's night 1 would be the first night that the
Oh, so it's tonight.
So night 1, Steven was killed. Night 2 was Chris' death. Night 3, there was no death. That's what's happened so far, right?
So night 4 is the evil turn. Okay.
Right. So I don't think it's the house itself. I believe
night
that
4,
the
if
no
you count
death
night 0 as night 1, yes.
was the psychic or the groundskeeper.
I mean, last night was night 3, correct?
Last night would be if it was
Night 0 happened, and then night 1, Steven died.
1,
Night
2.
2,
Yep.
Chris died.
Yep.
So night 3, there was no death.
Correct. If it was the house itself, it would not.
But it could be the house itself, or it could be someone seeking a kill. I want to nominate Candace.
We got Colton is nominating Candace. Colton, your reason.
Hi Candace, haven't talked to you in a long time. How's it going?
Well, how are you? Been waiting on your cookie orders. Come in.
Candace is usually the demon, so I think we should kill her so the game can end.
Will that make you feel better,
Manny needs
Colton?
to die.
Candace, your reason or your defense? Sorry.
I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him. Well, I'm not the demon. I'm not evil. Like I said, Colton, I haven't talked to you in a long time either. Waiting on your cookie order to come in. That's all I got to say. I have shared with a very select few what I am. I've been quiet for a reason. I will remain quiet for a reason.
Okay, 5 votes are needed
I'm
to
not crazy.
Todd Ross, 6 to pass him. All right, the countdown. First vote is Guami. Or sorry, first vote's to Jason.
What?
Jason didn't vote on
I
it.
did some fancy teleportation in town square.
Why is it
Jumped around.
I'm not voting for it?
I'm concerned that last night somebody might have turned you evil on us.
Might have what?
Turned you evil on us.
No.
Like night 0.
Mm-hmm.
Because the house itself acted last night.
Any other nominations?
So is anybody on the block? I'm sorry.
Yes.
No.
Chris.
Okay.
Ross is.
Ross is
you
on
got
the
Ross
my
is on the
info,
block.
right?
I'm on the
With
block.
5.
You
I do
my
got your earlier
right?
info, yeah.
So I'm going by what makes sense.
Can someone nominate Manny or should
So,
I do it?
Jason,
Important information.
Are you
Go for it,
basing
man.
anything off of of his supposed happy wife info?
James, you know what's funny? Is you still haven't said that Manny's evil, even though I am not the happy wife in your eyes. I find that completely
Actually-
suspect of
More
you.
actually-
info that you don't know.
Yesterday,
Well,
I
you know,
did say Manny was one of the 4. I was very clear about that.
But today you were like, I don't know.
Any other
Well, because I have
nominations?
7 people on
One
my
of the
thing that are
4
potentially
Just to
evil.
confirm, if the storyteller is telling us right, or as it's written in the script, it's not like the Virgin. It's not a certainty. It's the storyteller may choose, right? If the singing telegram person,
No,
it's
if
not
it's
a for
false, they
sure
die.
ability, right?
At night.
Well, let
If
Scott
the
tell us.
singing
'cause
telegram
he's-
gives false
he's in charge.
information, it's for sure. Oh,
I have important info that I know that there is a bartender in play. Just saying, I'm not saying that many good or evil. I just know that there is bartender
You're
in
the
play, and it can be
bartender,
a
Anthony?
possibility.
It
Sorry?
says they may be killed at night,
No,
not they will be
there's
killed at
2
night.
parts
There's
talking
2
about
parts.
death. The
There's
first
2
part
parts.
is if the information is false, they die, and then the second part is if the storyteller doesn't like theirs.
If they don't, I got you.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was confused too. I think I put that
I mean,
together.
you need to kill Manny.
I just read the
Why-
beginning and
why,
ending of
Chris?
sentences.
What
I don't
do
read
you
the
have
middle.
that?
Yeah,
Same
me
with
neither.
words,
Are you
too.
saying that you're not the happy wife? Then I was drunk. I've got reliable information that I
Chris,
could have been drunk,
so-
and I've heard reasons
He
that I
did
can't
say
be poisoned.
the turn before with James, I used my ability on Manny. This turn I didn't, just so you know.
No.
So that's what I'm
I
saying.
understand
Manny.
your stuff, Jason, but
You were not drunk when you sang
that's
James.
not. I
You
could
might
still
have
be
been
drunk besides.
I understand.
Yes, you
Okay.
weren't drunk the James turn because I used my ability on you. Now you're drunk.
Yes, but there's other roles that can
I
drunk me
protected
besides
someone
them.
else. I protected someone else this turn that I thought
Okay,
was a
it's
much
more
better
secret
person.
if you yell.
Any other nominations? Last chance.
Because I thought Guami was
7,
better, so I picked Guami because I thought Guami was a much better person.
Five.
I'm concerned. I'm sitting.
Please
up for
kill
the
somebody.
whaler.
Because Guami's
Isn't it
got
like
Ross
I am
is on the
trying
wall.
to?
Guami's
Somebody
got
needs
the
to
best
nominate somebody.
ability in the game by far.
Somebody nominate somebody. Nominate
I
me.
nominate
No,
Jason.
no,
nominate
Guami's
Anton.
got the best ability in the game, so Guami's the one who I gonna
Time's
pick
up.
from now
Ross
on.
has been executed.
Wait, he nominated somebody.
Oh,
Ross-
he did nominate?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He just
Oh
got
wait, was
turned.
Ross on the chopping block? Never mind. Okay, yeah, no, it's fine. We can kill
Who
Ross.
nominated?
I did.
Ross, go for it.
I nominate Jason.
Ross is nominating Jason. Has Jason been nominated this round?
No.
Probably
Nope.
not.
Ross
Just-
was the only one nominated so far, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Just
Candace.
And Candace.
Yeah,
For,
Candace.
for the reasons stated before, nothing new.
Jason, any defense?
Spirit of the rules
Spirit of the
again is
game.
my defense.
Spirit of the West is a good band. It's from Canada.
You
They
start
are.
the countdown.
They are actually.
Spirit of the rules. is
5
my
ties,
defense.
6 passes Ross. First vote is Anton, and that is correct this time.
I have a feeling that this is going to be Jason's new favorite thing.
Yep.
It'll no longer be there's tons of info you don't know. It'll be spirit of the rules.
Spirit of the
pertinent
rules is my
info.
only
It's the
defense.
spirit of the
You'll
rules.
find out
It's,
why.
it's actually your accusation. Oh, it is your defense.
You'll find out why.
You're not alone, Anton. We have no clue.
Oh, thanks. I'm much better right now.
It's not a language barrier.
No, it's
Colton, you should know.
I don't have a clue.
Well, I talked to you about it today.
Okay. 2 is not enough. Any other nominations? In 7. 6.
Got it. Okay.
drop it down.
I'll nominate Anton.
Manny's nominating Anton.
I'm not convinced Ross is a good kill. And from what I've heard from Anton and what I've heard from other people, I think Anton's a better kill.
Okay. Anton, your defense.
My defense is I think I'm not a better kill.
Okay.
And
Go ahead. Keep going.
no, I don't think I will disclose my info at this point.
Okay. We're going to start the countdown. Still 6 votes needed to pass Ross.
I mean, unless somebody has definitive information that somebody's evil, Ross is the best kill
Yeah.
because he's the ghost hunter.
I'm the ghost.
He can't help us.
No, I'm the
he's
ghost
the
hunter. yeah.
Fake ghost hunter. That's right.
He's
Yeah,
a ghost
but
hunter, so there's no reason not to kill him at this point.
Okay.
For the record,
fake
Anton has
ghost hunter,
an
yes.
evil sign on my grimoire.
Me?
Well, yeah, I asked if you wanted to talk, and you said no.
Oh, I do want to talk. I just
okay.
wanted to talk to somebody else.
Go from
And
3, Scott.
for whatever reason, he
Go from
eliminated me.
3.
Yeah, unlike Kwame, who has a super awesome roll.
On. Ross has died. Ross, how would you like to be executed?
Your choice. Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
Okay.
Ross was playing a game of poker, and the dealer took the card and he did one of those like little card flip things, and it hit Ross right in the throat. Slit his throat, and he just died.
I got traked. That's the way to go.
Jesus Ferguson that does that, in case you don't know. He can slice a banana in half with a card.
Nice. Yep, you're right. Actually,
I just want to say that in poker, that is against the spirit of the rules. That's all I
I
want to say.
think so.
You'll know more about what that means later.
and the game
so.
has not ended. We are going to bed.
Well, as long as the demon doesn't kill me, you'll get to hear Spirit of the Rules a bunch more times.
Oh God.
Kill him. We're in so much trouble right now. I feel like I'm sitting next to the whaler. I feel also that House itself changed Jason last night. I could be completely wrong this game. I thought I had Sarah and James pegged because Sarah claims to be the medium and nobody else has said they are. And somebody brought Wami back. Why she voted for him just to bring him back is beyond me. Unless he was evil and he was the spirit and it passed. But again, why did we have no kills last night? very confusing. So we'll see what happens.
His sleep study room, and is dead.
Scott, can I talk to you?
I'll give out my info this time.
Anton, I'll go to your room since you're already there.
Okay.
Sarah, can I chat with you?
Jason, do you
Jason,
want
Yeah,
can I
let's
talk to you?
My room or yours?
I'll go to yours, Sarah.
I want to talk to Manny first. I have a question for him.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Talk, Manny?
Yes, I do. My room?
Yeah.
Careful, Jason.
Lynn, you want to talk?
Sure, you can explain to me that
Peter,
room.
want to chat?
Candace, can you talk?
Sure.
My room?
I'll come to yours.
Mine's the very
All right.
bottom.
You gonna come to
usually fine.
mine?
You want to talk? Man, my mic was really low. Did you want to talk?
Sure, I don't care. I got nothing to really say.
Are you an outsider?
Yeah,
That's good enough.
does that help?
I haven't found one yet, so yeah, that's good enough.
Here I am.
I'll just mark you as one. Have you heard of any outsiders?
I have not.
Okay.
I heard that there maybe one.
Maybe one. Interesting.
Yes.
Has
I
anyone
mean,
actually heard any ghost hunter info? I've heard like 3 different ghost hunters.
well, Ross claimed to be a ghost hunter like 4 days in a row. Other than that, no.
Let's go talk, Colton.
Okay.
I'll talk to you.
Excuse me.
I've
Yeah,
heard
3 minutes.
much
I'll go to
much
your dozing
information.
digs.
All right. All right, here's the scoop. I was cooked day 1 into the happy wife. So I got information because I killed Guami off, who, well, I didn't dominate him per se. So I got information from Guami's death, and I am the actual ghost hunter. I assume that either Ross is the undercover officer mad about it, or he's evil.
Mm-hmm. So what was your ghost hunter info?
Right side. I'm starting to
Which is
believe
who to who?
Peter to Anton. I believe that's what it was.
Okay. Who's the who cooked you?
I don't want to give out their information.
Because I heard of another cook that didn't say that they cooked a. Wait. Because what's your actual role? You were cooked into the happy wife?
Yes. I was the ghost hunter the entire game.
Okay, I'm confused.
Why are you confused? What confused?
Because the person that heard was a cook didn't say they cooked a happy wife.
Oh. Well, then you may want to talk to them again.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. They did it to me day 1, day 0, night 0, or whatever. You know what I mean. The very first.
Okay, sounds good.
So they might have lied to you, or they just forgot. One of the two. But
Alrighty.
as a outsider, I figured I might as well talk to you since I am a ghost hunter and I brought you to life. Or you're evil and the blackmailer took out the ghost hunter. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Sounds good.
Yep.
I didn't realize Michigan had.
Although I am concerned that there might be a whaler sitting next to me, making all my info crap.
They're large hills, Manny. That's what Minnesota has. You have large hills.
Large hills?
It's not like skiing in Colorado.
Either way, Manny
Well,
has to die.
Do you want to talk, Chris? No.
No, you're the least trusted person on my list.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah, we'll see if it happens to be true this time yet again.
Rooms are closed.
I'm starting to run out of
Wow,
people
that's quick.
too.
5 minutes.
That was 5 minutes.
Yep.
Who did I?
Could have been like 4 minutes. and
Oh
30
yeah, I guess it was. Because I. Okay. Dang.
We got 7 alive, so we're halfway done. We'll be done by 3.
Yep.
Yeah, but the evil might be outnumbering the good right now.
Yeah, we need to kill Peter too.
How many?
Peter's evil on my grimoire.
That's 16.
My evil people are Manny, Peter, James, and Candace.
No, that Manny, Peter, James, and Candace doesn't
Did he still
work.
not talk to you, Steven?
Who?
Okay, Manny,
Peter,
Peter,
Peter.
James, and Candace doesn't work. I'm coming out with my info now, Steven. Maid 7. I was turned into the maid. Okay, or I am the maid, whatever. Maid 7. So according to my chart, this
Spirit
is
of the
what I
rules,
think.
Jason.
What?
Spirit of the rules.
Spirit
of the rules. What happened to the spirit of the rules?
There's no spirit of the rules in this. I'm giving my info. I'm maid 7. So according to my info, here's what I'm guessing. If I had to guess who's good at this point, I would say if we're gonna do a weird thing, we're gonna assume that half the table's bad and Ghost Hunter is right or wrong. My guess says Sarah 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to Steven is the good side. Sarah to Steven is the 7 in my book. So I would say Sarah to Steven is the 7 good from the maid, starting with Colton and Peter is bad. And Colton was very shady and nominating people out of the game. So I think Colton might be the best kill here because the maid 7 lines up with Colton being bad. Colton and Peter could be both bad, but I think Colton's a better kill because he was nominating people, trying to get people killed early in the game. So I think Colton's the better kill now if we make one.
So Jason, can I interact with what you just said?
Yeah.
So you said Sarah is good, and so if I count counterclockwise from Sarah, that ends on Colton.
No, it doesn't. 7, not 8. 7. 7.
Yeah, so that would make me evil.
Jason's going
Oh,
clockwise.
Jason's going clockwise.
Gotcha. You're saying that you think
Through me.
Okay, but that contradicts the Ghost Hunter information. Does it not?
Maybe the Ghost Hunter was
Yes.
poisoned. Maybe the Ghost Hunter was poisoned.
I
and
think
it's actually
I think
wrong.
Chris is your number 1. And then
Oh,
going
Chris is
clockwise
in-
7.
That would make
It
sense.
would seem that you would have
Chris
had to have been
Taguami?
poisoned also.
What?
Chris Taguami.
Taguami would make sense,
Yes.
dude.
So why would I be poisoned? Why would mine be poisoned if Chris's is poisoned? If Chris's Ghost Hunter is
Or
poisoned, why does that
Chris's
make mine
Chris's
poisoned?
information would have had to have been poisoned.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, Chris's could be poisoned. I'm telling you.
You know, but okay. So
I mean,
Scott,
not
I have a
technically.
storyteller question.
I mean, if the top 3, if his info was Peter, Sarah, James, that's 3 out of 4. So
Okay,
that'd be
so-
correct.
So I'm going to request that
But
other
then we have
people
to
do
have
not
7.
do not answer the storyteller question because I know that it can be confusing and everyone thinks that they know the answer. So let's say that I was, well, no, let's not say that. Let's say that somebody was the cook. And let's say that they chose somebody. If the person that they chose was good, but they were drunk, would they get accurate information or would they get bad information? The cook in this scenario is not drunk.
The cook is not drunk, and they gave information to someone that was drunk. Correct?
Yes.
That's what you're asking?
Yes.
That person would get wrong information.
Okay.
So the hole in Jason's comment or his information is that I got Candace and Anton in my happy wife information.
And what did you get for Candace and Anton?
That
If you
one of
think
them's
James-
good and one of them's
Good,
evil.
one is bad.
Right. If you
But
think
your
James is good,
information
then that disproves.
Maybe all this information on. All I know is
Well, that
maid
works
7.
with my theory.
Maid 7.
I believe
Maid
James is
7
just
what I got.
evil. That's why he said it.
If James is evil, then Chris 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chris Taguami is good then.
I'll nominate Manny.
Colton nominates Manny.
That's a good one.
I agree.
I think best case he's a drunk. Worst case he's evil.
Well, if he's
I
drunk,
think
we don't have
he's
enough kills to be chasing.
made
people
enough
down.
ludicrous claims that he should have died by now.
And I don't believe he sang yesterday, and he's still alive. Oh, I mean, he doesn't guarantee
Yeah, but
he's
if I'm
dead.
drunk, then I wouldn't have died. And since you all are suspicious of me, I wouldn't have died. So
Yeah, it's better off we kill you then.
When I was the singing telegram, he said that if you didn't sing, you would still die.
But that was he. I
Yeah,
think he
that's what
changed the
I think
wording.
that's why he
It's been
modified
changed,
it.
though, Steven. It says may now, right?
I
Yep,
know
it
the
does.
May, but
If I'm drunk, then I might not die for not singing.
yes, I understand the May thing, but my point is, unless that aspect of it also changed, you may have died for not singing.
Hey, can I throw a fly in the ointment for a second here? So it's clear that I am not the ghost hunter. I was the undercover officer and mad for the ghost hunter. If you read the undercover rules,
No
I have.
way.
you'll know why.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one thing that I believe I was successful with night one, I guessed that Stephen was the old spirit and he died that night. So either I was accurate or the demon killed him just random. But he did die the night that I chose it. And that's really that's the information I have to share. And if it is true, then that bottom half 7 thing doesn't work.
Then we start
All
from
right.
Steven.
Now I
That
think
won't
Ross is
work.
evil.
Now I'm evil.
No, that wouldn't work.
That's
Jason,
why I said what I
I
said
told you
about
guys.
the
Everyone be
Steven,
quiet.
you're
Oh.
evil.
pixie type thing.
Everyone be
I think
quiet.
Colton's the best kill right now.
I don't know where my little mute button is because I can never find it.
Alt or Control A or Alt and Control M. It's one or the other.
Cool, thank you.
The other one will close the whole room.
Yeah, don't close the whole room.
The vote is on Manny, and we're gonna start the countdown. 4 votes is needed for a majority.
Yeah.
Not in my seat again.
So while it's running, I'll just point out that well, some information came from me, and if I am evil, then that's not possible. So you should probably reconsider thinking that I'm evil.
How hard is it possible is it to kill Manny? For fuck's sakes, he's evil, guys.
Yeah, he's quite evil. If I was alive, I
Should've
would have voted for him.
Manny is alive. Any other
It
nominations?
doesn't work.
I nominate Colton.
The old spirit has to be executed.
Anton nominates Colton.
No, he can't. Oh, never mind. He's not dead.
I personally don't have much case,
Who
but
died last night?
I spoke to Jason this day, and he convinced me to nominate Colton, and he had promised to make a case.
I think Colton's bad, and I think that Colton should be the first kill based on my info.
Who died last night?
Jason.
I died
Oh,
last
that's right,
night,
that's right.
and that's why I finally came out with my info.
Colton, your defense.
And I trust Kwame.
I am an outsider. I am, as far as I know, the only outsider claim, and there is a ghost hunter. So I mean, there could very well could be a what's it called, blackmailer that would take the outsider away. But in this case, there's not, because I'm the only outsider claim that I've heard, and yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't kill me, but
Which outsider are you?
I have
Important
pertinent
info.
information.
I know which one he is.
We're gonna start the
Yeah, I
countdown.
also know which one he is. He's the one that told me that I might be drunk.
That doesn't help, Manny. You're evil.
Important info. I know that there is a blackmailer in play.
Candace, you're not voting. This is a good kill.
how is that?
Yeah, I was just trying to see where I was.
Because of night security information.
I'd also like to
Where'd
say
you
that
get that from?
there's been 2 night
Right there.
security claims.
Who all has claimed night security?
I am the night security.
Oh, that's not true.
Well, there you go. There's the 2.
Well, Peter's evil, so.
Peter and Anton have both claimed it, I guess.
Who else is a night security claim?
Or maybe Anton's not saying it. I don't know.
Any other nominations?
I think someone else should be nominated here. I think this is a bad move.
I think Candace.
Nobody's on the chopping block, right?
Who's on the block right now?
Nobody's on the
Nobody.
block.
Oh, no one's on
Yes,
the
this
block.
is a bad move.
Never mind. I was,
Candace.
Huh?
Let's put Candace on the
What?
block. Sorry, I was just saying your name because I think that you're a good kill.
Isn't Candace part of your 7 though?
No, not part of my 7, part of
Candace is
Jason's
part
7.
of my 7.
I do believe there is a 7, but I don't think that I don't think it goes that way.
Okay, so I guess pertinent info. Whatever. I'm the innocent child, and there was 4 people that voted on me day 1, and it was Manny, Peter, Jason, and Guami. So there exists a possibility that Jason is drunk, and yeah,
Good numbers off.
Oh.
that's possible.
Well,
Was there an original
Can't
made?
both be
You
drunk.
want me to lie to you because there's no chance of you being drunk because you were resurrected after
Yeah,
what do you call it?
after the kill.
In fact,
You're
After the
resurrected
kill.
after the drunk got applied, and so if you were in fact good, me lying to you didn't hinder you, and if you're evil, then I was hoping that would be in some way advantageous, but I don't think it matters at this point.
Why am I not?
Mm.
There's a vote right now, right? Why am I not connected?
There's no
Right.
vote.
No vote.
There's no vote
I
right
thought
now.
somebody
Yeah.
was nominated. Oh, okay.
No, I just said pertinent info for the sake of grabbing the conversation.
That could be
Um,
Jason
even
being drunk then.
7.
Shoot.
You're not a member of the Stereo MCs.
Well, I'll also point out that there was some happy wife information. What was that? Candace was on the wrong end of that. What were the
Candace and
names?
Anton. Candace and Anton were the two people I got.
Yeah,
with
so
my happy
Anton,
wife
if
info.
you're good, then you know that Candace is evil. If that information is true.
Well, if this information is true, then yes. But I don't believe that James is good. That's why I don't trust this information.
Oh, yeah, I don't trust
Because
James
Candace
either.
is your demon.
because
I don't trust James
because
either.
as an
Well, first
evil
of all,
person,
James
I would
can't have it because Chris got the info instead.
Chris is not the happy wife, which is he's also not the undercover
Ethan, have you
whatever.
Have you explained?
No,
what you've
because I'm the
done?
undercover officer.
Well, I
Any
never
other
said I was
nominations
undercover
before bed?
officer.
Last
I
call.
told I told Chris why.
Chris.
I told Chris
I'll
why.
nominate Anton.
Hang on, Lynn nominated Candace first. Lynn, your reason.
She's been quiet all game. She hasn't talked all game to me, which is very peculiar on its own. Just looking at her, my social read on her, she is not good at all. Thank you.
Ooh.
Candace, any defense?
I'm not the demon. I am not evil. Lynn, you have been to the store and you have talked to everybody else. I did talk to you because Max said hi to you. Did you ask me to whisper? No, you did not.
I did.
You did not usually ask me to
About it.
whisper,
I didn't know
though.
if I should trust you, but I did figure out what you were doing, Ross. That's why I told Jason to kind of chill about the whole double.
You haven't shared your role. I don't know what your role is, so.
I know you don't know. I have shared it with 2 people.
Okay.
There was a reason I was just kind of hiding out, but no, I'm not the demon.
Jason, I'm scared that Candace is the
Not
whaler
evil.
and she's been poisoning us this whole time.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
I thought she was the innocent
Cookies.
child. That's what I thought. So
Ross,
Evil
it's not worth
cookies.
wasting a
Yeah,
dead vote.
those cookies.
Evil,
wish I'd voted.
evil cookies. Yeah.
Now, see,
Well,
Peter and Manny aren't voting on her. And I believe that when Peter's in a double claim and Manny's just lying about his singing.
Why does it take so much to kill somebody?
Any other nominations?
We need
I nominate
to kill.
Anton.
Manny is nominating Anton.
We
Manny,
have 2 night security claims. We should kill one of the night security claims.
Anton, your defense.
My defense is that I came to Chris immediately after the day James was nominated and died. I mean, the next day, and I explained him why I think that Chris was a blackmailer. Elsa, this is why I think that there is a bartender and whaler in play, and I think there are. Well, I don't know. Either Peter is evil or he trying to cover for some other role, but whatever. I mean, I'm the 2 night security anyway.
How many people did you get last night?
Night 0, I got 3. Night 1, I got 2. Night 3, I got 3. And I got 3 night 2 because James was nominated day 2. James and Ross were nominated. And after this day, I got 1 more at my counter. So I think either Ross or James is evil. Then I got 2. And night 4 again, I got 2.
Gonna start the countdown now.
Peter, do you want to come out with
that
yours?
info doesn't make sense. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good
No.
kill.
I think it would be worth investigating.
Manny, are you
James.
really voting
Yeah.
for
No
this?
information being shared.
James?
there hasn't been a good kill all night.
Yeah.
Like all I keep on hearing is this is not a good kill. Is there one? Like
Well, I'm just putting this out there. If anybody's listening, I think it'd be a good idea to check on James. It'd be
Orbo,
very helpful.
Anton on the block. Any other nominations?
okay.
I'm dead.
I'm going to turn that frown upside down is what I'm going to
And,
do.
I couldn't be happier about that.
In 7,
Oh my
6,
goodness.
5,
I'm curious why Peter didn't vote on Anton.
2,
There were enough. Why do we need more?
0. Anton has
Well, he's double
died
claiming you. You should be furious.
There were enough.
or has been executed and has died.
But he's double claiming your role.
Anton,
You should still
uh,
vote on it.
You don't get
There was
any
enough.
special death. You just died in your sleep because I forgot to ask you. So we are going to bed.
I think we're in trouble. They wouldn't have changed Jason to evil and then killed him. They would have wanted more evil players alive. Oh. Oh, we only got 4. So yeah, that's 5. One more is going to die tonight. I feel it's going to be... It's weird that Guami and Lynn aren't dead yet. It's weird that Guami's not dead yet. It's weird that he even came back. So I don't even know what's going on there. I'm going to tell you right now. I think there's something in Scott's script that I am not seeing clearly that has allowed chaos to ensue here. I do not like the fact that there's an old spirit in this thing because it brings too much randomness into it. Because, just any old player can just be all of a sudden evil. So I'm just going to say that if, Scott, you're watching, and the old spirit died and was sent to a good player, I think that's just terribly difficult for the good players to assume. That's almost a terrible snake charmer, actually. Yeah. So upon further review at night here, we're going to say that I do not like the old spirit being in the game, or even being a thought. So if I was to critique this script, old spirit sucks. It reminds me too much of the snake charmer. But otherwise, I'm okay so far with it. You know, it's always fun to see who I picked throughout the game and watching how it changes. And then in the end, you can see how right or wrong I was. I feel like I'm somewhat right here. I gotta be somewhat right. I mean, the odds are with me. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I'm right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Everyone's here.
That fits.
And in the middle of the night, one of the sleep technicians just went crazy and just battered someone to death, and that was Colton. Rooms are open for 5 minutes.
Candace, can I talk to you, Candace?
Scott.
Yeah, you can talk to me. You can come to mine, Jason.
I don't know. Steven, you want to talk?
Sure.
If,
All right.
if the undercover
Byram,
detective
Okay.
or whatever it is picks somebody
Sarah, can I-
correctly,
So upon further review of my circle, these are the people I have had marked as evil, which was Manny, 2 James, and Candace. I also see that Lynn to Jason is 7 people, and that makes the right side still the majority. If I am right, which this is my hunch, by the way, Manny and Peter and Candace are the evil people. Is there anything you got to support or to take that away from
Well,
me?
I've been, I think, working with largely the same information, and that is what I got. I got Lynn to Jason as the good 7. I don't know what Jason's doing. The
I
only
think he turned
theory
evil. I think he turned evil. That
Yeah,
well,
well, if he
no,
turned
he
evil,
didn't. Never mind.
Why?
Because it wouldn't match up with the 5 people I still have as evil. I guess Sarah could have been good.
Why is it 5? Because somebody extra turned evil?
Well, no, there's 4 minions. Yeah, because I think it's the house itself and a person turned evil at day 3. That's why there was no death.
Okay, so here's my evil is
Okay.
Manny for the same reason that you said. And I talked to Lynn. I believe Lynn is good. And I believe the 7 is Lynn to Jason. And so then the majority of evil and outsiders has to be from Peter to Anton. And I have Manny, Peter, James, and Candace as evil. So that would be 3 evil on the thing that you got, and then 2 on the other side, which would be Manny and Colton. Colton the outsider.
Oh, you think
Now-
they turned Colton evil?
No,
Oh.
not evil, outsider.
Outsider. That's right. That's right.
The
Thank
Ghost
you.
Hunter information includes
Yep.
outsider.
Yes, it does. Okay, so
So-
we're basically on the same page. We're teetering on Sarah, but she's dead, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, I think Sarah was good.
So you also think Candace is good then?
So here's the thing about Sarah. Sarah
No, you
died
didn't.
to James's happy wife intentionally. Why would an evil player want to die? James tricked her into killing herself, which is good for him because it's a player dying.
That makes sense.
They were working together, but that's because Sarah thought he was good.
That makes sense. I could take Sarah off the list at this point.
So that's the original 4. I can't, however, account for. So do you think Jason's behavior changed? Is that
Because you
why
know
you're
what?
saying
Yes, I think it did. But what I was
Well, it
about to
did.
say is Sarah voted on Guami, but it makes sense because she wanted to use her ability and then die the next day. So that makes sense. I'm going to take her off the evil list.
What was her ability? Oh, to raise.
Raise the dead if they're good.
Yeah, and she did. She raised him from death.
Yeah. So
And here's the other thing about that whole thing is that unless somebody else is claiming medium, which I don't think is happening, then she's pretty much proven.
yeah,
Because somebody did in fact come back to life.
they did. Yep. So I agree. I will take Sarah off, and she was fooled by James. That makes perfect
Now I
sense.
will say that me working with you is based off of the fact that I picked you, and I or you know that I am good. However, I don't have the fortune of that because like you could just be bluffing me, and,
Yes,
and a
I
lot
could.
of the information is coming from that information. So the Jason 7, which I think it supports the fact that Jason was good. Why do you do you really think he turned? And why do you think he turned?
I thought
Do you
he
think
turned
because
I thought he turned
the
because
house-
they picked him, and then I realized they killed him like the day after they picked him as turning. So that doesn't seem like the smartest of
does
moves.
the house? Oh, you're right.
But they killed him the next day, so it doesn't make any sense why you would churn him and then kill him. You'd kill somebody else.
So each night choose a player. They die. The first time the old spirit is executed.
Oh, you guys are thinking it's the old spirit still? See, I think it's.
I don't know. I don't have. What's your theory?
I think it's the house itself, because on the 3rd night there was no kill.
Yeah, so that is the other possibility. So
Yeah.
that just would have been random, or is that them picking?
I think that's them picking instead of killing. They picked somebody so that somebody
It
alive
just says-
still
it
is
says
good or
every
evil.
third night, a player becomes evil instead of killing.
Yep.
So does that mean that the demon decides to pick a person?
Yes.
It could mean either, because it like each night pick a player, they die. Every third night, a player becomes okay. So it does sound like that it's their choice,
Instead of killing.
and
Yes.
so they would know who it was, and they wouldn't kill their own evil, unless they're trying to make it look like he's good. Was why would a bad player die at night?
Yep. If somebody turned evil,
So if it's the house itself, then we don't really need to worry about who became evil, though, because all that matters is the original team.
right? No, I agree. And here's the problem: if somebody changed, they probably haven't killed him yet. If they know, I don't know if the evil knows. We are down to 1 good player left.
Yeah.
If our evil
well,
circles
it would
are
make
right.
sense because we have 1 double claim, which is Peter, and they only have 3 bluff rolls, so that would make sense.
Yep.
Obviously, Peter's evil because he's double claiming.
Yep.
And that makes sense with the 7 and the right half being the majority of evil, in my opinion.
Yep. And
so who do you?
Peter's
Yeah.
probably not the demon because he double claimed.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
So
So who
I'm
do you think we should kill, Manny or Candace?
fudge. I won't. I don't know. Manny's that singer, and I know he's
Candace.
evil. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
she's
it could be-
she's claiming an outsider.
Oh. What an interesting thing to leave me on there, Steven. I'm like, oh.
Well, yeah, and also that would be a double claim if that's true. But I don't even know if it's true.
How many people
That's
we got
how it
left?
always
One,
works,
two,
Chris.
3, 4.
What?
Would you mind explaining
Who's
why you're
alive?
claimed
Peter.
happy wife now that you're dead?
Who?
What?
How is this
No,
not
I
been
don't believe
explained
I
yet?
can
How
out
is this
here.
not
I
been
could go
explained
talk to you. Well, no, we can't talk now.
How has this not been explained yet? How Chris was the happy
I would
wife?
have no problem talking to James and Ross tomorrow in a room. That would be real
Here,
fantastic.
Okay,
here's
we'll do that.
here's a situation here
we're-
that
we're
I'm
setting
concerned
that
about,
in.
guys. That good people need to think about. It's a possible that if we do not kill the demon today, the game will end for us. Because
Why?
I'm concerned that there's too many evil left. Especially if the house itself churned somebody last night or the other night and they're still alive.
I don't think we have the house.
No, it's not a house.
It's
Well,
not. It's
can
spirit
anybody
for
explain
sure.
why we didn't have a death?
That was,
Yeah.
but it would have been it would have been the following night.
Protecting each other.
Can
Psychic,
anybody explain why
priest,
we didn't have a death?
Groundskeeper,
Psychic or
psychic.
groundskeeper
Oh.
or,
Yep.
yeah, or they tanked it.
Yep.
Yeah, they could have tanked it to make us think it's the other.
Something
That
else,
seems
yeah.
like a waste.
So then do we
I wouldn't-
nominate one? Do we nominate one of the groundskeeper psychic
Chris.
here just to see if they're lying?
Hold on.
No.
I have something. We'll call it pertinent information before anybody nominates. So there's no if Ross isn't lying and there's no ghost hunter in play, there's only +1, potentially +1 demon if the blackmailer's in play, right? Does everybody agree?
Outsider.
Or
You meant.
outsider. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Does that sound right to everybody?
I agree.
There's been two.
There's a good roll that adds an outsider too.
The ghost hunter does.
Ghost hunter, and there's no ghost hunter.
But
Yeah,
but
Ross
there's no
isn't the ghost hunter.
And unless somebody else is and hasn't
Chris
come
is
out.
the ghost hunter.
Yeah, there
Chris
is
the
a ghost hunter.
There's a ghost hunter.
I
Chris
believe
is the
there's a
ghost hunter and the happy wife. He's both.
This is painful.
It is true, though. It is true.
I've not said anything.
This is both.
I'll talk. I can talk to you tomorrow.
I don't know if I want to. This is painful.
That's fine.
There's a second
I
outsider
get it.
claim.
I get it. I get
There's
it.
a
What do
second
you mean there's a
outsider
second
claim.
outsider claim?
Yeah, there is.
There's a
I'm
second outsider claim?
yeah. So
Was being heard
so
said
there
out loud.
if there was no ghost hunter in play, then one of those people were lying, and I'm assuming Colton it wasn't lying since he's dead.
So the band's not in play unless the band's still alive. The red herring doesn't really matter at this point, nor does the house inheritor. So who's the other outside?
I'm going to give some info here just as you guys discuss. So I am night security. My info has only changed twice during the game. I got 2s up until the night James died when it switched to a 1. And then I got a 1 every night after until Anton died when it switched to a 0. So if the 2 minions who get woken up during the night are no longer with us, I think that leaves the Wailer as the minion who's left. So I think the 2 most logical candidates for that are Candace and Lynn. Lynn would explain Ross and Manny's malfunctions. Candace would explain everyone else on that side because that whole side died. And if Candace is in fact the Wailer, then her poison now reaches to me.
Can we kill Manny now?
What is information? Peter's lying.
I will gladly kill Manny now.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to kill Manny for days.
It's pretty obvious that Peter's evil.
Peter's
and
evil
since
too.
Peter wanted to point to Lynn and Candace. I think that Manny's the obvious choice.
Peter and Manny are definitely evil.
Peter just got blown away by our accusations.
Even though
Peter, welcome to my world,
Chris,
man.
tomorrow you can explain.
That's
Now
fine.
that you've claimed 3 roles.
Yeah.
I didn't claim 3.
2.
Yeah.
Any
Point
nomination?
of order.
See, if Guami were to do it, it's okay. With Chris, that's not cool, man.
Man, sometimes you gotta go outside the box.
I do.
Is somebody gonna nominate Manny?
I hope so.
Right?
Lynn, do you want to do it?
I'll
Nice.
nominate Manny.
Lynn,
You also need
nominate
to take your seat,
Manny.
Lynn.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, you need to take your seat.
Yeah, let's make sure that everyone's seated. So
Does someone want to do an
I think-
accusation for me, or I could just say?
I can do it.
Thank you.
So the information that I have is that the majority of the evil players are fraud, but like starting at Peter, going clockwise to Anton. That is evil and outsiders. That is from the Ghost Hunter. And then we also have made information of 7, which I believe starts at Lynn and goes to Jason, which makes the evil team Manny, Peter, James, and Candace. There's also additional information that says that James and Jason are not on the same alignment. That was, however, before Jason became evil in my approximation.
I'm not evil.
Well, that's fine. This
That's
is a
fair.
part of your thing. and if you're not evil, then I'm sorry for that little unnecessary comment. Anyway, I think that's the information, and also the fact that Peter was throwing shade on Lynn and Candace. That I believe that it's Manny.
One thing to point out: if you believe Manny and Peter are evil, there is like a 100% chance that Jason is poisoned, or not poisoned, rather drunk by me, because it's one of the
Your
3 of
defense.
them
Well,
should be drunk.
I don't
All
think
right.
that matters.
Oh,
I
But good to know.
am the singing telegram. I've been drunk by Colton this whole game. That's why none of my information makes sense.
Or
Okay,
because
So,
you're evil.
for the record, what did you
I
say?
don't like trust this. I don't know why.
We're gonna start the
I
countdown.
do not trust it, and we should get
What other
votes on this.
explanations do we have?
3 votes needed for a
Yes,
majority.
please.
4 votes. Well, it's a lot of votes on this.
We need to find the
actually.
Yeah, we
bartender
need
and
like
kill it
6
so Chris
votes,
comes
though, 'cause
back
there's so many
alive.
that kill evil people.
Oh, I'm taking my dead vote here. I'm taking him out.
Sure, why not?
What's that
Waste
shake
those
of the
dead
head?
votes.
Yeah, right.
Just waste those dead votes.
I know. Hey, I don't want to be on the last day and be like, I don't know what
Here's
to
the thing,
do, and
we
I push the
only
wrong
got
button.
4, so it's very likely that we could just get trumped here.
4
Oh,
votes.
who the heck took their
Another
vote away? I
nomination.
thought there was 5.
I did.
Kwame took it away.
I
go on,
never
go on.
had one up.
Oh,
I
Well,
did.
Did-
I
Ross
Ross
did.
merged then. I'm sorry.
Ross took it down.
This is dead vote.
No, I was gonna
But it
say
was
He was
4.
Kwame
three
could have turned evil.
dead
Three
votes
people
on
use
that.
dead votes? What are you guys doing? Okay.
Nobody
I
was
don't trust
voting.
any of it.
We needed to get enough.
Yeah, Jason, you can thank me later.
If we didn't
Any
put 3 on it, they wouldn't have even had. They would have had 1.
Yeah, it's been multiple days where we did this nonsense.
Yep.
Well,
Like you don't have to save dead votes for final 3.
no, I
That's
know.
not the rule of the game.
So also,
No,
there's
he-
2 kills
he
left,
gets it.
so
Dead-
either we
The
get it
dead
here.
votes from evil people could be used in the final 5 as well. I get it. Which is
I
what probably
nominate
happened.
Lynn.
Candace nominates.
Oh,
Lynn.
this is such
Well,
an
they
evil
have.
play.
That's the thing is they have 3 according to my approximation.
Candace, your reason.
Mount up squad.
Yeah, Manny's the demon. She's evil.
Mount up squad.
Lynn, your defense.
I think this is clearly obvious that this is the evil team, and Guami pulling
It
his
sounded
vote
like an
really
evil call.
sucks.
We
Yep.
get a
Really
flip.
sucks.
Let's go.
House itself, Guami was
We get a
evil.
flip.
Let
Let's
me-
go.
Oh, it's Anton.
Let me talk.
We get a flip. Let's go.
Yeah.
Lynn gets to talk.
So thanks, Guami, for taking her vote away. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
Jason is evil. He did turn evil. See, I
Thank
told
you
you the
so
house
much,
itself
because-
screwed up.
And so will Guami in about 2 seconds.
everyone be
Welcome
quiet.
to our world, Guami.
Let him speak.
Can I talk?
What?
Can I
Let him
talk?
speak, please.
Oh,
Because Guami's the psychic and I'm the groundskeeper, and they can't friggin' kill us worth shit when we're together. So they got to get rid of one of us, and this is their attempt at doing it. And we needed 5 votes. And sorry, Guami, you were moving your vote there, just screwed us the game.
For info, don't worry, Guami. You're going to turn evil and you're with us.
He never.
What?
He did, and
I
Lynn,
told
for
you,
the
Jason churned.
For the clarification, he never had his vote up. I'm the one that pulled it back.
Oh, sorry, Guami.
But Guami, you're going to turn evil because it's the house itself. So you're with us now, whether you like it or not.
How?
Been calling that since day one,
You're the
so
only
we're clear.
live good player. You're the only live good player. You're going to turn evil.
You know what sucks
Think
when
about
you,
it.
when you have everything down and then you lose by a technicality.
not a technicality.
Oh, it's a technicality.
Wait a minute.
You guys wasted dead votes.
No, they weren't wasted. We had you.
We had to.
Is that what you think?
Yes.
There is 5 votes. That puts Lynn on the chopping block. Any other nominations?
So
I don't even want to play this game anymore.
How many
I'm
dead
sick of
votes are
this
left?
song.
I mean, Guami can nominate somebody else.
And
there's
it's
3, Ross, Sarah, and
four
I
good
have
votes,
votes
Guami
so
left.
it
will
doesn't
win
matter.
as evil.
Okay, it doesn't
Guami
matter.
will win as
Somebody
evil.
vote. Did
One.
somebody nominate the time? Oh, fuck.
No, it doesn't
It doesn't
matter.
matter. No,
Died?
we lose.
Doesn't matter.
Guami, you're
It's-
saying evil what you
game's
like
The
over.
math isn't there, Lynn.
Oh, dang it.
And the game
It's over.
No.
No, we go to bed.
Technically, I think we go to bed.
Technically, we go to bed.
Technically, we go to
But do we
bed.
have to?
Bed,
Scott.
but the
You need
game
to kill
is-
Guami just in case he's not
Hey,
the one who
Guys,
charged
can we
evil.
please let Scott speak, please?
Yep.
the game is over.
Thank
and
you.
the evil team has won.
Does Guami win
Thank
with
you.
them?
Mute everyone, please.
Do it.
Ross, why did you take your vote away?
Kwame, you are part of the evil team and have won.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had it.
Congratulations,
Kwame.
For surviving, you get to be on the winning team.
All right, Lynn.
He was resurrected. He deserved to come back. And
Oh my
That
god.
is a shit
Yep.
game.
Sorry, Lynn.
That was a
Oh,
terrible
everybody
ending.
That was evil again.
Lynn, for the record, it wouldn't have mattered because we could have still tied the vote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hang on one second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through everything
Yeah,
here.
but you wouldn't have killed anybody.
Okay, so evil was destroying the whole game. Basically, for the last quarter of the game, every living townsfolk was drunk or poisoned. But even with that said, I was still really nervous that the evil team was going to lose because they came close a couple times, very close, like 1 vote away, close. So I'll start with Sarah was the medium and resurrected Guami right away. And then James was the happy wife and his partner was Sarah. But when he died, he was being whaler poisoned by Candace. So he got 2 evil people, Candace and Anton, for his information. Originally, and then so going next is Chris was the ghost hunter. But the first night he was cooked into the maid, or sorry, the happy wife. He was cooked into the happy wife, and I gave him, he was poisoned. I gave him Guami. Guami died, so I gave Chris wrong information and gave him James and Jason, who were both good. Then Candace was the whaler, and she got that whole half of the town basically poisoned, the whole top half of the town, all the way to Lynn by the end of the game. And Jason was poisoned most of the game by Candace. And then it moved to Colton for most of the game. I'll come back there. Jason was the priest who was poisoned most of the game by Candace. And then Colton was the innocent child who got nominated and didn't die. So I had to poison someone, which was either the only good people were Guami or Jason. Guami was about to die at the time, so I poisoned Jason. So he was drunk. So he was poisoned and drunk at the same time. Eventually, Candace's poison wore off, but Jason was still drunk. And then he was changed to evil, so he was the drunk evil priest. Anton was the black cat. He was barely nominated throughout the game. The second time he was nominated, he died. The first time he was nominated, they did swap, and I will get back to that. Steven was the cook. He cooked Jason into the maid. Oh, and Jason was poisoned when he got his maid information, so I gave him a 7, but it was really only 5. We talked about Colton. Guami was, he got good information one night, I think, if I remember right. He protected someone one night, but every other night he was poisoned, or he was made drunk by Peter, who was the bartender. Was making Guami drunk most of the game. So he wasn't protecting anyone. Ross did shoot people. The night that Steven died, he did pick Steven, but he picked him wrong, but he died anyways. He got chosen by the demon that night. So it looked like Ross may have thought that he killed Steven, but he didn't. Lynn was the groundskeeper, and she was getting poisoned a lot of the game. And the top half of her ended just by bad luck was 2 poison people, but she only picked them one time. The rest of the time she picked Ross and Guami, but either they didn't die or she was poisoned when they did get chosen. Manny was your house itself. once he got under suspicion pretty heavily and was one vote away after he was one vote away from dying, that day he nominated Anton to switch, and he switched it over to Candace, who immediately was 1 day away from dying, or one vote away from dying, and then but survived. And that was your whole game. Again, evil was on top by a lot the whole game, but it was still super, super close. I was kind of on pins and needles watching. It was a fun one to watch. And there is a lot of fixes I need to make on the script because you guys broke a few rolls pretty badly, which is good.
Well,
And
Sounds like the demon has a lot of safe havens in this one.
I was pretty close there at the end. I called a lot of evil people.
Yeah, I think we did really good there, Steven. And I told you Jason was evil. I was like, it's weird that they killed him the next day, but I'm like, I think he switched.
I wasn't evil. I wasn't evil at the time. When I
Yes,
wasn't
you were.
evil at the- no, early on in the game, I wasn't evil. Like,
No,
first
but
thing
I told you I thought you switched, and you said you didn't switch. And when I said that, that's when I thought you switched.
You're
I
sharing
don't
Dice
think you had
Tower
switched at
Werewolf
that point.
Facebook group.
Well,
Just
I
saying.
wasn't
Somebody
gonna-
had switched.
Sorry.
I wasn't going to say I switched. I just
Well, of course.
I went along with Gwami and Lynn and said, yeah, you guys must have protected yourself. And I convinced Gwami that Lynn and him protected themselves. So I was like, oh, Gwami, you're the psychic. Who did you pick? Because I knew Gwami was the psychic already. And Gwami said Lynn, and she's the groundskeeper. I'm like, oh, good. That means that you guys protected yourself. That's why there was no death. And
This
I was
is.
pushing that,
Oh,
I was
go ahead.
pushing that story to that side of the table.
This seems like a really hard script for the good team to win because he can just switch it out if there's a black cat in play. He can just switch out who's
So
the
no,
demon.
here's the thing.
The
I had
black
to
cat has to get
nominate
nominated.
Anton.
Well,
and
that's
then
not
Anton
hard.
couldn't die, and then you guys couldn't have been suspicious of any of that. I was trying to wait till the last possible moment to nominate him because I figured you guys would be like, wait,
Well,
why the
when
hell is
you
Manny
nominated
nominating
him-
Anton out of the blue?
There was no reason. We're like, if Manny's evil,
Right.
why are we going to just let him nominate Anton? What's going on here?
Right. Nobody said anything about it. You guys just
Well,
moved
I don't
on.
I believe I did.
The turn before, when I told you all you guys have to do is kill Colton and then kill Gwami at night and you win the game.
One more fun piece of information. Peter, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Peter knew that Manny and Candace switched because they probably didn't talk to each other at that point.
I did
he was
not know.
about- he- yeah,
I
he was-
didn't know as well.
He was about to make Manny appear dead, which would have
been awful.
Would have been horrible. And he
I
did-
spent the
he
last
did
3
twice.
nights
There's
trying
3 nights or something.
trying to decide, okay, at one point here, I'm gonna have to make someone appear dead. But then if I die and they come back to life, that'll throw huge suspicion on them. So I just kept drunking Gwami because he said he was the psychic and well, I didn't
He was
ever
the
want
only
his
one that
ability to
was-
come in.
He was the only one that was not poisoned by any other means for like the whole game. So I think that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking, should I kill Gwami now? And I kept saying no. There were better kills.
Yeah. After about day 2 or 3, I didn't want to talk to any of you guys. So
Yeah. So Ross, when when Scott told me singing Telegram was one of the bluffs, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, no, it made you super sus in my mind. I'm like, I don't trust him. I
Lynn,
don't
I'm
trust him at all.
sorry. I'm sorry.
One of these days, I'm really going to be the.
You should be
singing
ashamed.
Telegram. It'd be terrible for me.
I called all the evils again. I should get
sent you
fucking
pictures of
gold
Max,
star
so
for
you'll
that.
feel better.
Well, see, it's one thing to call them. It's another thing to get the votes up for it, which
I
that's the
tried.
hard
Right, and
part.
you guys
was too
didn't
late.
have it. You
It
didn't
was
have
too
it.
late.
You guys were
So
convinced that I was the
every
demon, and I
day.
wasn't the demon anymore.
Yeah.
Right, and see that's
Yeah.
the problem.
And we counted on you
Told you, Ross,
wasting
there was
votes
a
on
black
Manny.
cat.
Yeah,
Too many
yeah.
snake charmer rolls
Why
in
did
this
they
one.
let out
Oh, you can
two
switch who the
AOs?
evil guy is. Oh, the old spirit. They can switch. I hate that.
You want to hear what's
No.
funny? I
Switch
went
that
back in,
garbage.
I'm like, I'm on your team now.
Oh,
What's
that's
the
so
plan?
funny.
And she's looking at me like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am. I already talked to Manny. It's you, Anton, Peter, and Manny. And Manny already told me that he got switched with someone. And I thought he said he got switched with Anton, but he could have got switched with
I
Anton.
didn't
And Anton
say.
died. You had said you got switched with. I was trying to find the demon.
I said I switched with someone, but I didn't tell you who because I was hedging myself that you were just trying to get the information from me.
Thank you,
I-
Ross.
I think we would need to play the same setup again before we start messing with stuff. That's the crazy thing. 'Cause some stuff is just our choices.
Yeah.
You know, if we
Yeah.
keep changing stuff every single time we play and it's a different setup, you know, we need to keep playing it before we can actually determine what's OP and what's, not.
Yeah.
'Cause some
I'm
of
not
it's
changing any- I'm not
dependent on us,
on this. I'm not changing anything yet because it was just bad luck for the good team that they killed off their own at the beginning. Just left the that team.
I don't.
Well, yeah,
I'm
I
not,
think
I'm not convinced
so.
it's that hard. We spent way too much time with the happy wife and the medium and trying to kill all these good players. And I mean, the evil team got lucky, right? When Colton came to me and he's like, "Hey, you might be drunk," I was like, "Well, that solves my problem."
I realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always,
So
that's
that,
always
that
fun.
gave me deniability for 2 nights.
That's why I
Because,
wanted
like,
to
the
kill
first
you
time-
sooner. I mean, presumably before you switched.
Yeah,
but then
the first
nobody
time
else
we
really got
played
on
the
board.
script, everybody caught on to me really quick because, like, the information just stopped lining up. So that gave me a night or two to.
Did you really think I was the
demon
happy
that I
wife or something?
nominated her the second last day. Was she the demon then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn, if there was a choice, if I had to make the choice at the end to who was going to be evil, I was going to choose you because you had good nominations. So
Thank you.
I was going to put you on the team.
Anyways, I'm gonna head out, guys. Thanks for the game.
See you,
Night.
Colton.
I can tell
Take care,
you,
Phil.
I would.
Later, Colton. Thanks for playing.
I will tell you right now, I do not like switching roles, especially when you're switching the demon, because we have to find them, and it's hard enough to find the demon. And if you change the demon, it makes it even harder because it's like, oh, we're getting close, and then all of a sudden there's somebody else. So demon switching is the worst thing in the world, in my opinion. Yeah, anything else in these games are tolerable, but that's like the worst thing in the world for anybody who's ever on a good team. It's just too hard. So, but that's just my thoughts. I will always have that same thought. It was a fun game. I'm just glad the old spirit wasn't in here too, but dang, that would have sucked. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next time.